Hello everyone and welcome to Fablehaven Age of Wonders 4. To celebrate the release of the Eldritch Realms, I have a very special campaign for you. A mini-campaign condensed into one, albeit long, video. This will be my first time doing a bit of a smaller campaign, because I'll be playing as none other than Blint the First Abomination, attacking the Immaterium Magehaven. But first, this video is sponsored by Paradox Interactive. So if you'd like to take a look at Age of Wonders 4, the Eldritch Realms, and all that it contains, feel free. Take a look at my link in the pinned comment and the description. Now,
choose your destination.
To seize the heart, there are going to be 3 people here. To seize the heart of Magehaven, we must go to the Immaterium, a land that is idyllic, with endless fields abundant with undeath. Because someone special is here. The first character I ever played. And now, Blint, the First Abomination, is assaulting the heart of Magehaven. This is the new Umbral Abyss realm tree. Will open up a new map layer for us to explore and to unravel. Of course, in the heart of Magehaven, there are no free cities. It has a massive underground and a wondrous past. It is a small place, of course, the heart of Magehaven, where... Do I do the tentacle? Shall we do a tentacle? Probably not. We're the invader, we're not in the home of the abyss. That looks good. Now, in this paradoxical place, you may be wondering, how can that have endless fields and undeath? Well, that's because
starts here.
We'll be facing off against my first 2 characters to join the Pantheon, who've gotten a little bit of an update. Of course, first, the supreme necromancer, Eratus. If you're unfamiliar with him, he's a necromancer.
Starts here.
You're caught up. And of course, the one who opposed him, Humanitas the Stranger. By divine will, he does not wish Eratus to be a necromancer. Now I'm going to put them on hard, and I'm going to put them on teams. Because despite the fact that they hate each other, they are working together. But as I'm condensing this campaign into one video, we're going to play with the settings a little bit. The AI will be on hard, but the game speed will be fast. The research speed will be very fast. The starting conditions will be easy, so we can start off running. The world threat will be low. But the happening intensity, the happening of cosmic happenings, shall be high. More happenings will trigger, and heavy happenings are favored. Now, there is a new crisis type happening called the Toll of Seasons, which is a realm tree I did not turn on, but I'm fairly certain it can happen anyway. If you turn on the realm tree, it just makes sure that it does happen, so we'll leave the rest of that as is. And it is time to make
your journey starts
our
here.
Blint. Now, for those who are unfamiliar with Blint, First Protector Blint the Underdelver is one of the game's base Godir. And he was in my first campaign, where he insulted me, mocked me, declared war on me, and never actually fought me. So, ever since then, he has reappeared throughout all of my campaigns, and sometimes taking different forms. And today, he takes on a new one, as an abomination. But his people are Moken, the least played physical form of the game, by the way. And they all have underground adaptation, except for one, but we won't talk about him. And I will be borrowing the new Empowered by Magic from the Sirens. Once per turn, when taking non-physical damage, gain strengthened for 3 turns. And I will also be going with Arcane Focus, increasing the magic attack by 15%, because we today are creating the first Mystic Blint. Mystics received quite the overhaul in this upcoming patch, and they have now been split into 3 subcultures, schools: Attunement, Potential, and Summoning. Today we'll be playing as Potential. The Potential Mystic culture focuses on overcharging their combat spells, and once they have cast enough overcharged spells, they will be able to exploit them for bonus mechanics. I will go into the details when we hop into the match. Now, we will be using an old trait, With gifted casters, this increases our world and combat casting points by 10, and also reduces the combat spells cost by 20% less mana, because we want to be casting lots and lots and lots of combat spells. We also start with 1 extra combat spell unlocked, and 1 new trait, the Umbral Disciples. Now, Umbral Disciples does make the Umbral Abyss realm trait easier, because you start the game with Umbral Flesh, which is what allows you to walk through the Gloom unimpeded. It even gives you a little bit of benefit. So this is very helpful. Another fun quirk of Umbral Disciples is if you're in a realm that does not have the Umbral Abyss trait, you can still benefit from this, because it gives you the Altar Marching Gloom to spread the gloom yourself. So you could become the invasion.
Choose your first tome.
But of course, we are so powerful. Blint, the first Abomination, is bringing with him the Abyss as he invades the heart of Magehaven. We are, of course, starting with the Tome of the Tentacle,
origin?
and I have to be the Eldritch Sovereign.
Reveal yourself.
This is the new ruler type, and that's not what Blint would look like. I struggled to think of what Blint would look like, because, of course, the Molken are really tiny. So what does it look like when a Molken is transmogrified? I questioned that a lot. I debated, I pondered, and then I realized the Umbral Abyss is not about reason. It's about tentacles. So we're going to go with the classic Lost Wizard form. Of course, it can be really small, because how much can you really get out of a Molken? I noticed that we weren't going to go with reason, but that's okay. Reason, this is madness. And I wanted to put on, yeah, we'll have a little cloak. No wings, though. I think because we are of limitless potential, could of course have nothing. I think we're going to have a little... Does that stay pink? Yes. Do we want that? I don't think we do. I know... Yes, I want the Cosmic Head, because we are all about the limitless potential of magic. Look at it. Isn't he beautiful? We can keep the magical accent. That looks fine. That looks all fine and dandy. Okay. Shrink the arms a little bit. Now, a fun feature of Blint is that he's always pink. Always. It doesn't matter. Well, you know. Ever since, like, 1, 2, 3 series in, he was always pink. So we are the pink this time. And I think we're going to go with this one. A swirly tentacle icon. That seems good. Now, the Eldritch Sovereign can choose their relic at the start of the game. This relic, the main difference here, is its damage channels. So the Relic of Mind, which I think I'll go with. Should we do Havoc for funsies? We can do funsies, I guess. The Relic of Mind is physical damage that is unblockable. I actually quite like that. The Relic of Flesh is bite damage that has poison and decaying. The Relic of Havoc is fire that has a chance to apply a random negative status effect. And the Relic of the Cosmos, which does cosmic damage. They all are also accompanied by one of the Eldritch Sovereign's talents. So, it doesn't matter what you pick here, you can pick up all of the talents no matter what you choose. So I think I am going to go for Havoc for the lulz. I do think Mind is the best, probably. This gives you an unblockable attack and Delirium. I've talked myself into it. Now for our culture, we cannot change our skin color because we are Umbral Disciples with Umbral Flesh. Get it? Umbral Flesh. No skin color changing. How about decorations? It's very subtle. Okay, let's leave it on. And we'll go with the new mount type, V. Beetle. Look at him. Isn't he adorable? Truly. For our armor color, shall we go gold? Sure. Looks good
Your
to me.
Begins.
Now, all of the Blints have a title, the first something. The first protector is the baseline Blint. We are the first Abomination. Blint. Not Blint. Blint. The Unmaker. Leading the Umbral Mole Thralls. Not to be confused by the Umbral Thralls. The units that the insectoids that you find in the Umbral Abyss. These are moles specifically. And for our Throne City name, shall we go Blint time? Blint time. That'll do. That's fine. Alrighty. Let us... Just making sure everything stayed the same. The picture changed. Let us hop in. Welcome to the heart of Magehaven. Now, this video is going to be a little different than usual. Besides all the changes we made in Realm Setup, there could be some editing if fights get redundant or if, we start walking a lot. But let's see where we spawned. We're kind of over here on the right side. I'd also like to mention I am on a preview build, so there may be some things that have not changed just yet. But if you would like to know the full extent of the changes, you can find the full patch notes on the Paradox Forum. I do not want to stand on that rock. Now, there were some changes to starting underground specifically. If you have Massive Underground enabled like we do, they did change the calculations for how the map is going to spawn. We also have our way up right here. You'll love to see it. Our starting army is a Tier 2 Soother, that is a support unit. The Arcane Guard, 2 Arcanists, a Scout. This should all look very familiar. We're starting off with some very strong choices from the Tome of the Tentacle. All of these are exceptional, and I do want a lot of Constrictors. These are a 2-2 Pole unit that have tentacles for arms. They're great, but there is a new change. They can only be recruited in cities with a Town Hall rank 2. All cities can only recruit units that are of their rank or lower. So no longer will you be able to rush Inquisitors or... I don't know, what else do people rush? Houndmasters, I guess? Looks like we revealed a few things. We do want to go up. Up. I wasn't building anything, that was my bad. Now, as the potential subculture, we do have a few things that are different from our mystic friends. That was pretty spooky, wasn't it? Lots of undead there. We'll fight this. I'll show you what's up. We'll show off the Eldritch Sovereign a little bit. Now, all Eldritch Sovereigns, regardless... Oh, we have a Splitterling from our Umbral Disciples Realm trait. That thing really does a lot for you, doesn't it? All Eldritch Sovereigns. First of all, look at this. Their attack's incredible. It's an 8 range attack from their relic. But all Eldritch Sovereigns have Eldritch Mind Control. Wow, that was a lot of damage. Huh. Okay. So we have access to Eldritch Mind Control. This is a 90% chance to become mind controlled for 1 turn. And we could do it. There's a fun little trick with this. I'll see if I can show it off. I hope I can. But you may also notice that over here on the right side, our spells have this blue thing around them. That means that they are overcharged. And an overcharged spell, again, this is only for the potential mystics, will do something different. Healing and damage spells will do more damage, buff spells give bolster resistance, debuff spells inflict sundered resistance to enemies, combat enchantments allow you to cast a second spell, and if you do a summon, it gains +2 strength. So we can Cosmic Ablate something into oblivion, and I shall. That sounds fun. Like good old-fashioned revenge. I think our little peoples need it. Now we are inflicting Dissonance. Dissonance is a new debuff from the potential mystic culture only, once again. And what it does, per stack of Dissonance, it will deal 4 lightning damage whenever you cast an overcharged spell. But the fun little trick with Eldritch Mind Control is the bird was still alive. But you see, the bird is now dead. You can mind control something, and it's, yikes. You can mind control something, and it will end the combat if it's under your control. Just gonna deal with this real quick. Okay, I cleaned that up. And now I can share a fun little tidbit about the Mystic culture. You can see this number here next to the combat spells that we have cast. This is our inspiration. when we... I think it's called actually exploiting it, but the thing is an Arcane Inspiration. Anyway, whenever we exploit this... exploit the spell. When it has 3 stacks, we can exploit it, and for 10 turns, it will be locked. We cannot cast that spell for those 10 turns. But we do gain some sort of income for those 10 turns. So for example, if we lock Cosmic Ablation, which I'm not sure I want to do yet, we will gain plus 10 mana income for 10 turns. Retaliating Grows, which I forgot to mention, is a combat enchantment spell. They put this on a target, and they gain unlimited retaliations. The endgame potential of this is insane. And a base 60% chance to inflict Constricted, which is a new debuff, that immobilizes the target and makes them take 10 physical damage at the end of the turn. And they also cannot be flanked and have hyper awareness. It's a pretty darn good buff. This one would give us 20 gold for 10 turns. Ooh. I might take that one. I might lock that. And remember, that's not just casting the spell. That is casting it while it's overcharged. And I think you're pretty much caught up. I have a lot of digging to do. We need more scouts. You know, I'm going to boost that. Not recommended, but I'm going to do it. You want a storehouse? I'm even going to boost that out. It's very unfortunate that there's no, like, sheep down here. What tile are you on? Oh, Forester? Fine. But that allows me to expand up, and we're also right next to a world tree. Now, this is the Eldritch Sovereign's unique tree. It replaces their warfare tree. They have no need for crude weapons. And I think I want to start with Eldritch Phase. Big fan of the Phase. This is a free action teleport, and it can be used to kind of get in position for your very expensive 3 AP spells. Also, I just realized that by annexing this, I healed up. That was totally planned. Totally, absolutely calculated. We'll go clear this out and get our first magic material already. Wow. Just boosting out scouts. Reckless behavior. For the record. Let the record show this is reckless behavior. I don't care. I'm a reckless boy. We did get the Contra Tentacle in. Fantastic. And let's grab our Constrictor. We're a little bit away from Tier 2, but we'll grab it anyway. Another thing you may have already noticed is that... there are no Astral Echoes for the potential mystics. They're the only subculture that does not deal with Astral Echoes in any way. But we have met Humanitas the Stranger. And of course, because teams are involved, he is at war with me. Immediately, he would have gone to war with me anyway because he's a relentless crusader. But he leads the Great Order. Long ago, the Stranger opposed the Lord of the Dead. Although his machination failed to prevent Iratus' ascension, the Stranger followed him here to clean up his mess. Now in the heart of Magehaven, Humanitas must stand alongside his irrevocable foe to protect the Immaterium from an even graver threat. That's me. I did change him to the High Culture, so I gave him Arcane Focus, just like we have, Adaptable and Keen-Sighted. This is kind of, I think, the BIS for the High Culture, like the best traits you could have. And Adaptable is going to be even better in this patch, and I'll explain why in just a second. They are devotees of good and relentless crusaders. The Stranger is basically an actor of divine will. He's all about being a good guy with holy light and blah, 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 blah. Boring, I know. So the reason why I think Adaptable is going to be really strong going forward is because there were changes to the experience system. Each level is now the same no matter what, for Tier 1 units and Tier 5 units. The level up rewards are always the same. For each level up, they will gain plus 10 hit points. At Elite, so rank 3, they gain additionally plus 10% damage, plus 1 defense, and plus 1 resistance. And at Legend, rank 5, they gain another plus 10% damage, plus 1 defense, and plus 1 resistance. So what this does is effectively can help a unit raise up in tier. So at Legend rank, this Tier 2 Soother is effectively, numerically, a Tier 4 unit. And that changes the game incredibly. Man, my poor mystics. Alrighty, clean that up right quick. No big deal. See if this is also not a big deal. It wasn't. Fantastic. The Thunder-Warding Chestplate. Unimportant. Actually, that's one of the few items the Eldritch Sovereign can equip. A chest piece. Now it looks like the Diggy... we gotta go north. Through mountains. It's also worth noting we have not yet located the Umbral Abyss. Where did I meet the stranger? Let's see what the world map looks like on the top. Okay. I don't know where I met him. That answers 0 of my questions. Ooh, the Helm of the Warrior. Exceptional item. Okay, we wish to expand. I need a farm. Where should I build a farm? Farm, farm, farm. We want to move towards this arcane more. Because I tend to hurry recruitment against better judgment. I need a second farm. Give me a second farm. Building a farm on Akenimore is not to be advised, but I did it anyway. Tell me I won't. I'll do it. Blint the Unmaker has leveled once again. And I'm going to grab Eldritch Influence. This is probably one of the best governor-type skills in the game. It's not a governor skill, but it's effectively a governor skill. This grants +4 Imperium income per turn, more Imperium, more good, but also grants 15 combat and world map costing points. Inspiring Killer, sure. Now this is my personal opinion, of course, but I find the Eldritch Sovereigns are not particularly masterful killers. They can deal a lot of damage, but that's not what I think they're best at. I think they shine. Oh, there he is. Wow, I'm right next to him. Is that a capital city? I believe they shine when... Thanks. In, like, control. Let us waste no times with words, Blint. Only on the field of battle will our differences be settled. This is Iratus, who leads the Shadow Elves. And I would love to highlight them. We're going all the way back to my first campaign from 13 months ago. Can you believe it's been that long? Before his ascension, Iratus dedicated his existence to eradicating the disease that is life. Here in Magehaven, he marches unwaveringly toward his goal under the close watch of his one-time foe. However, the Supreme Necromancer has sensed the extreme danger of the one who heralds the Umbral Abyss. So much so, that he will put aside his differences and fight alongside the stranger. For now. That's me, by the way. I herald the Abyss. Speaking of, I spy, with my little eye, the Gloom. Can I click on it? Yeah. So the Gloom, remember, or just so you know, I guess, the Gloom is a terrain from the, that is so, oh, I'm so dead, from the Umbral Abyss, and it deals damage to those who do not have Umbral flesh or protection from it in other ways. Which is why we kind of got a head start by starting with Umbral Disciples. Wow, these are all new stuff, huh? So from left to right, the Ciphers of Dissonance gives the dissonance to non-racial units. This won't be very important for us, I don't think. Constricting Focus is probably what I'm going to take here. It is an enchantment for battle mages and support units. It gives them a small chance to inflict Constricted. This is very good for the Mystic culture, because if something is constricted, it's not running towards your squishy mages. Which I'm probably going to take it. And we have Arcane Studies. This is a city enchantment. For 10 turns, the target-owned city contributes 1 arcane inspiration to a random spell for each turn, but they lose 25% production. I think Arcane Studies is more of an endgame thing, maybe even a mid-game thing, but not a now thing. So Umbral Flesh, this is what we have because of Umbral Disciples, but typically this is something you get from befriending the new independent faction within the Umbral Abyss, which hopefully we find soon. This gives us immune to malady. While in Gloom terrain, we gain additional morale if we enter a fight. We gain additional hit points per turn on the world map. And any city that has a Gloom tile gains knowledge per each province with Gloom terrain and ignores the -10 city stability that normally characters get. Your hero units will also gain Gloom Shepherd. This makes it so that any unit within the stack is immune to the Gloom, so that you can actually use non-cultural units in that stack. It's very important. I started alarmingly close to the Grand Cathedral. And I think the Stranger is about to remind me that he is still on hard difficulty. A risky battle. My first battle against Humanitas, the Stranger. Let's fight it out. Now, the reason why I wanted to attack here is because when someone is standing on a cave entrance, if you would move through the cave entrance, it is a guaranteed 1v1. So the second stack that's with him will not be pulled into this. I have to try and do this as cleanly as possible. And I have my ideas. I guess we'll teleport. The question is, do we teleport to get attacks here, or do we not teleport? Make sure I can, use it to go to safety. But, I think the reasonable conclusion is to teleport. I also just remembered what that tier 3 unit is. Well, let's hope it doesn't pan out that way. Back here is the Awakener. Starting with a tier 3 unit is very rude. And they have a huge AoE. Okay. Options. Retaliating Growth wouldn't be bad. Cosmic Ablation wouldn't be bad. But I think it's Conjure Tentacle. Because I can conjure it here, and it will tie up both this Awakener. Actually, if I do this, it'll tie up all 3 of them. Oh, we got constricted. Yes! Okay, that ties up the Stranger. That kills the Splitterling. We do have Delirium as well. Let's do it. I believe that's their tier 1 unit, the Dawn Defender. Yeah. So now he is insane, and Insanity was reworked to make it so it prioritizes attacking enemy units. So ideally, he turns around and attacks this guy. I think that's how we want that to work. Now for our Soother. Are you safe moving over here? I don't think so. And now here's something I'm still not sure about when it comes to the potential culture. Do I want to cast spells immediately? Or do I want to try and build up dissonance to then cast spells? I think that's a hard question. I'm not sure about the answer to that. I can't believe you're still alive. But don't worry. Don't be for long. What do here? So we, of course, need to start smacking on the Stranger. But I do not want to put a unit next to him. I want him to waste his turn attacking the Tentacle. Or do I? I'm not sure, to be honest. I'm not sure what I want. I think I'm going to stay here with this guy. Keep it secret. Keep it safe. Just like I did this video. I kept it secret. Beautiful flanks from the Delirium. Constricted. Turn wasted. The Splitterling's down, but it died for ire. This is bad, but that's okay. That's fine. Okay. Alrighty. I think I'm going to Ablate here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and build up Dissonance first. I'm going to try and use my mechanic. Who'da thunk? What a thought. Let's go, Tentacle. Now we bring the Spearman over here to tie up this character. The Awakener has the tier 3 bomb. We do not want the Awakener to cast that at any cost. I think it's time we get moving over here. That would kill, actually. That's 39 damage. Because he's still sundered. I'm debating on a mind control here. I think we just have Blint kill Humanitas. The Stranger is down. Well done, well done. And... So this is 8 damage from the overcharge, which means someone still needs to hit him. I was really counting on that. Okay, he should die now. Yes, good. That should be a kill. So I'm going to ablate this guy. Zap, zap, zap. Do I roll 60s or do I take the 90s? Take the 90s. Alright, that was my turn. I'm pretty happy with that turn, actually. I think it went well. Good graze. That's unfortunate, but it's fine. Oh, it was constricted. Nice. Look at this tentacle doing the work of the Unmaker. I'm just going to smack this. Constricted again. This tier 3 unit was shut down by a tier 1 spell. Get owned. Zapped by a Soother. Hate to see it. Alright, I think I can just end this peacefully. No, just kidding. If Eldritch Mind Control fails, what was that? Was that reduced movement? They have 1 AP. Wow, that's pretty good. So even if it fails, it's really not that big of a deal. It's still pretty good. Pretty good deal, my book. Because those support characters cannot cast spells if they are currently within melee, so this character can't do anything. We have no debuffs right now. I believe Humanitas began with the Book of Zeal. And considering that he had 6 Order Affinity, he must have just gone straight to someone else. I got Imperium. Now, I'm not sure why, but I can tell you about the other thing that I got. The other thing I got is my Thrall. These are special currency used for ritual spells and certain events. One of those events we actually will not see in this playthrough, or this video, because there are no free cities on the map. The only example of ritual I have right now is the Clairvoyance ritual, which reveals the closest undiscovered infestation or ancient wonder. We could rip it, but I have another purpose for them. Now I am going to fight this to wipe out. Did I take damage? I don't know. I'm getting Imperium again. I'm not going to say no to Imperium. I'm just confused. That's all. Now comes the next question. Do I just go all in on killing Humanitas before he can unite with Iratus? This wasn't exactly what I had planned, but I'm not opposed to it. At level 4, we get to choose our signature skill. This is kind of like a specialization for the Eldritch Sovereign. We have the Mad Caster, which is all about casting spells. The Mind Breaker, which is more into the mind control aspect. And the Flesh Weaver, which you can use to buff your own units at a bit of a cost. We're going to go with Mad Caster, because Blint the Unmaker has seen the raw potential of the Void, and can now cast Chaos Pulse. This is a 1 hex radius, 3 AP of course, and within that 1 hex radius, all enemies will turn into a random tier 1 animal for 1 turn, sustain 20 fire damage, gain insanity for 3 turns, become blind until the end of combat, suffer minus 30 morale, suffer 8 frost damage and become frozen for 1 turn, gain infernal rebirth until the end of combat, gain 5 electrified, or heal 10 temporary hit points. I like to call this the YOLO Bomb, because that's what it is. We also gain a passive effect of Expert Channeling. This reduces the mana cost of enemy army spells, so world map spells that target enemy armies, damage spells, and debuff spells by 30%. Combine this with Gifted Casters, and our spells are going to be El Cheapo. Love to see it. As for our other thing, I'll show you another ritual. There are quite a few here in the Eldritch Sovereign's unique tree, but my personal favorite is Phantasmal Ritual. Although, should I do Quickening? Maybe I should do Quickening. Sure, we'll go Quickening. The Quickening ritual gives units in the target-friendly army very fast movement for 2 world map turns. This is 48, right? Yes, in both the world map and combat, but all ritual comes with a passive effect for the Sovereign. In the case of the Quickening ritual, it grants the Sovereign 20% evasion against physical and magical ranged attacks, which is pretty good, especially if you can find yourself or make yourself a wind barrier. Wind barrier ring. Now, we do have spells that are ready to be exploited, and we will exploit Retaliating Growth, because money is good. Exploiting the spell for its potential also locks it for 10 turns, making it unavailable for use. Are you sure you wish to exploit? I am. Now, because we're about to get into some very thick combat, I am not going to exploit Cosmic Ablation, but if we were, it would give us that plus 10 mana per turn, and Arcane Inspiration would be plus 10 gold. Wait, why is this one 20? Is it because I'm already exploiting? I don't know. Maybe. But our first tree, I don't believe there were any changes to the Imperium tree. I don't believe there were. But we're going to want both of these. In fact, I wanted this before I killed Humanitas. We'll start with Search Spellcasting. Humanitas has withdrawn to the Astral Void. Indeed he has. I hope he has a nice time. There's one. This is an Umbral Gate that leads into the Umbral Abyss, where we will be spending a lot of time if things work out. So here's what happens if you don't have Umbral Flesh. Okay, give me a second. This is the new independent faction from whom you would normally get Umbral Flesh, one of the Umbral Dwellings. Monima. That's what I'm going with. The Gargantuan Broodmaster Warkana of the Umbral Dwelling of Ilivi. Not really even much to question there if your name is basically evil. Ominously slinks from the shadows to address you with malicious intent. The Umbral Abyss houses many surprises and secrets, and the dwelling of the Umbral Thralls is one of them. Monimana, tries the Broodmaster, but he then utters, "You, why?" A serendipitous glimmer in the dark betrays the presence of warriors in the shadows behind your host, ready to lunge forward at the first sign of weakness. Ilivi is unmistakably a sinister lair. Nevertheless, pragmatic diplomacy produces unparalleled rewards. Can you afford the dire price of peace? Can we? So when you meet one of the Umbral Dwellings, they are immediately hostile to you. But you have a few choices. The first one is, of course, to vow to destroy them. This is a very good boy act, plus 20 alignment. But you will permanently be at war with them. This means you can never peace out with them, never enter into a pact with them. So, click that button for roleplay purposes only, would be my advice. But, do what you want. Or, you can offer a sacrifice of mana, gold, population, and if you are playing as an Eldritch Sovereign, Thralls. This is an evil action, so you will lose 5 alignment, but you will enter into a true state with the Umbral Dwelling. You can also do nothing, and they'll just go to war with you, but you can peace out at your leisure. So as we are an Eldritch Sovereign, we are going to make a sacrifice of Thralls, not using them for anything else right now. And this text, by the way, is a 1-to-1 cipher, I guess. So this text means mine for yours, for those that were curious. Now then, as I was saying, here in the Umbral Abyss, if you do not have Umbral Flesh, you suffer from Umbral Malady. This reduces your vision range, you cannot regenerate HP on the world map, and you lose 6 hit points at the end of the turn. It is worth noting, this Umbral Malady cannot kill you, you'll just be left at 1 HP for all of eternity. So this bird is going to suffer a great and terrible fate worse than death. But hey, his problem, not mine. We're on the lookout for what? Stuff. I probably should go back home. I didn't expect the Grand Cathedral to be right over my head. So we are going down Shadow, but Dark Vigor is 61 turns away. So I think what would behoove me... Ooh, I know what we can do. Oh, I can be so annoying. I can't grow, though, if I do this. Hold on. So what I can do is one of these... Ha, mana. I can go down here, build an outpost, release this, and literally stage an attack right outside his gate. Now, this is an event that is not new, but all of these events where the unit is trying to flee, the stack is trying to run from you because the power is too different, you will now have the Eldritch Rite of Binding. I'm not sure why I can't do it, though. For 2 thralls, I could enthrall the Astral Keeper to my Ethereal Supremacy, and I would basically just get this guy for, for the price of 2 thralls. Which would be exceptional because Astral Keepers are not units you can normally get on the world map. They're combat summons. Not sure why I can't click this. Gotta be honest. That's okay. We'll acknowledge. Is what it is. I was kind of hoping to get experience out of that. Because as mentioned earlier, experience is now very good. That's okay. It's alright. I think I'll just come back and support my sovereign, So we sent the bird there. You're going to go that way. We have constricting focus. Let's grab... Ooh, I want this. How often do you hear someone say, ooh, I want Wayfinder enchantment? Only when playing as Mystics. I'm not even using Astral Echoes, but I still want Wayfinder enchantment. We're going to go with the Tendril Labyrinth. This is a city structure from the Tome of the Tentacle that grants plus 10 gold and plus 10 city stability. And if you are ever besieged, you will get 3 tentacles combat summons adjacent to enemy units at the start of battle. I think that's just it's good for everyone, honestly. Now, there's no other new tomes here at tier 1 or even at tier 2. And I'm just going to grab the good one, which is this one. There's really not much to think about there.
As you may effectively utilize the protective potential of
I
magic.
want all of this.
It follows that
I'm going to lock Fulmination and take the Lightning Blades. Now, we might be a little preemptive on the whole locking bits. That's okay. I'm going to build a Tendril. And I need to get some gold going. I also need a quarry. Awkward. War has ended with this Eldritch... Excuse me. Umbral Abomination. I believe these are Umbral Tyrants. I mean, he's Eldritch, all right, but they're called something else. Now, I believe these landforms, land masses, are all handmade, but they are placed randomly. So, if you play with the Umbral Abyss a lot, things may start looking familiar, but they will be different. Where are you guys going? I don't know. Oh, I do remember one change now. Did they clear this? No, fantastic. Fantastic. Not to you. In here. There was a change to military engineering. So outposts cost 25% less gold, which I believe was the same. But founding and upgrading outposts takes 1 less turn, instead of just getting a free word camp. At the end of the day, that's not too different, but we'll see how we feel about it. Unfortunately, I'm not going Materium in this playthrough, this video, this campaign. Aha! More tentacles, but Eratus is here. Oh no! Do you think he'll attack me? Oh look, a tentacle's up there, nice. Where do you go? I don't know. Where are you? Ah! Okay, so if I get, Seafaring, I can go this way. What is that? Let me find out. Ah, Ashen Ruins. And there's another way up over there. Okay. It looks like I'm going to steal this right under the stranger's nose. In case you're curious, he deserves nothing less Ah, the Umbral Nest. This is good. Well, kind of. The Umbral Nest is a new infestation. And the reason why I was happy to see it is because whenever you destroy an Umbral Nest, I think I'm locked in here. Even if I cleared this, it wouldn't open the way. I could try it, I guess. Got the mana along the way. Ah, you have to come from up there. Okay. You get a Beacon of Light, which allows you to build the new Sanctuary Outpost, which is kind of how you expand in the Umbral Abyss. You, unfortunately, cannot expand the regular way. Yep, I saw this coming. I actually could win this. Do I want to? Hold on. Erratus could win this as well, depending on how things pan out. Let's see. The Mystic Scout is a ranged character. So what I can do, I can shoot him, I can summon the tentacle, and I won. Take that. How dare you fight my scout. Yeah. Okay. Nice. Now then, back to what I was doing. Ooh, another Umbral Nest over here. Well, at least we know where we need to... Ooh, there's another gateway. At least we know where we need to expand to see the new stuff. To see the funsies. To have a great time. Oh, nice. We got some food. What about you? Where do you go? Find out next turn. Where do I want you to go? This is a beautiful expansion over here, by the way. The Grand Cathedral was plopped down in an excellent place. You got lucky, Humanitas. Except for the fact that I spawned next to you. That was kind of unlucky. But to be fair, my reinforcements are slow, because I'm not building any. Because money is a problem. Now, of course, you can just plop your scouts on auto-explore, which is probably what I should do now. Typically, I control them manually until I have a pretty good idea of what's, you know, around and about. We can auto them. The Evoker. I have a feeling the Evoker is going to be much better now, because if you stick with them and level them up to Legend, the Electrifying Arc is going to be insane. And I would like to test that. I can cast some spells. What are we casting? Ah! I can cast some spells. Look at that. I should have had Constricting Focus up earlier. That's my bad. Too excited about talking. Ah. So whenever you get one of these events, you can use your thralls to make them forget about their request. So you'll suffer no penalty, and you'll often get a benefit. But it's 4 thralls for that, so... Our little hero wants us to get more quarries. Okay. I'm going to send you out here and auto-explore. I believe there is one more dwelling in the Abyss, I think. I want to say. Ahaha! Nice. Now, I'm not actually able to sacrifice thralls here, even though I have 2 thralls. Because I've done that recently. So, instead, I will sacrifice some mana. And by some, apparently, I mean a lot. My pathway is blocked here, it's very rude. But here is a visit site. There are 3 of these, I believe. And basically, you can just walk into them and get a nice little bonus. That particular one gives everything in that stack additional range. My personal favorite one is the one that gives you Zeal and Healing. I like that one a lot. Okay, I think we have a pretty good picture of what's going on the map. I think I have a plan. I'd love to expand over here. Just expand, slap down a city right next to the Grand Cathedral. Just insult the stranger even more. He deserves it. Oh, he wishes to run. Go then. Flee. See if I can. Typically when there's a wonder in the Umbral Abyss, there is a beacon or a way to get a beacon nearby. We might make our way over there. While avoiding the stranger. Okay, we need quarries. How many quarries do we need? 3? You out of your mind? Huh. Okay, we're going to tier 2. Only good things can happen in tier 2. Oh, my draft is really bad. I can actually fix that with a... You know what? Let's do that. It's actually a really good idea. Because we are already friends, well, at least in a truce, with the... Aren't I supposed to give this to you at a vassal state? Non-hero undead. Ooh, Spell Warden. Nice. Builder. I need to expand. I need to do a lot of stuff. Blocking and shuffling research stuff it's fine. I mean, I do want that eventually. There's an Umbral Nest. There's a Ritual Circle. Ignore the graphical artifacting. The madness. I could just turn this into a city. This isn't a very good city spawn. Or is it? No, it's not. I could go down here and get that wonder as well. If that's the... Can I build roads yet? 2 turns. The Lich Queen event. It's all well and good. And a mana node. Just keep diggy diggy. Just keep diggy diggy. There's another visit site over there. Where the heck are you? Oh. I spy. Maybe? Let's find out. I think Uranus is over here. You? Give me some gold. A lot of the nodes here, by the way, are insanely powerful. Going into the Umbral Abyss is incredibly lucrative. These monolith nodes are 30 knowledge. The Void Stones are 30 mana and give you allegiance with Umbral Dwellings. This guy's hanging out on a discarded chitin. These pickups are huge as well. Ooh, that's a Tormented Skill. Be a lot of knowledge. And mana. I need both of those. Is this who I think it is? It is! Oh. Oh. You know what? Let's just not even pay your upkeep. I think you're dead. I can save you against a single unit. I can't save you against that many. Alright. This, I think, would be a good city, though. I know he's over here. Would it be a good city? We are a little cramped, I will admit. The Eldritch Sovereign can float, so he should be able to get over there, get here, get up here. Alright, Fulmination is in. Oh, I want both of these. So one of the reasons the Tome of Evocation is so good for the Mystics is because of Lightning Focus. This is a Battle Mage / support unit enchantment that increases damage. And I mean, who doesn't love more damage? More damage, more good. Kind of want you, the Spell Warden lady. What's resourceful again? No. We're gonna bring the Umbral Thrall with us. Prove my dominance. We are now tier 2. Unfortunately, there's not much I can do with it. Sorry, Scout. Ooh, Eratus is coming. Oh, Lord, he coming. Okay. I don't really have time to be doing this. But that's okay. We'll build another army that will save us, I'm sure. Right? Someone actually recommended going... one of the realm traits make it so you kind of like have a forced truce with everybody, or it's really difficult to declare war, and that would give you plenty of time to explore the Umbral Abyss at your leisure, and I agree. That'd be a great idea. Now, for this character, Melicia Payne, she came with a staff, so we are going to give her some support skills. The Manifest Tentacle came from the Tome of Tentacle, and it does exactly what Summon Tentacle does. So now I could have 2 tentacles. Or perhaps even more. But as she is one of the Umbral Thralls, she does have the Gloom Strider Major Racial Transformation, the new Major Racial Transformation, and don't worry, our little moles shall have it soon as well. We can give her the Spirit thing. The Umbral Demons are weak to fire and spirit, you know, burn it with fire sort of situation. So, we can alleviate that weakness. Well, life will be swell. It looks like Iratus is interested in coming this way. I'm glad the Palisade wall's finished just now. Just now. I think we can finish this nest, or fortress. Oh, I'm sorry. Can I read that? Well, shucks. I thought it was just a basic fortress, so I skipped it. I'm sorry. After dealing with the Umbral demons, you and your army investigate the ruins further. Deep within the infested fortress, more details about what could have been the final moments of the battle are revealed. As the onslaught of Umbral demons continued, the Sirens were driven further into the bastion. At the scene of the Sirens' final stand, you find an object, untainted by Umbral corruption. It shimmers in the dark, emitting a faint, warm light. You pick up the object, and the gloom of the Umbral Abyss lessens. Your army stands in awe, awaiting orders. Oh, I don't want this. Units in the army led by a hero with his item equipped gain Umbral Malady immunity and Farsight will in Gloom terrain. Interesting. I've never seen this before. But we're all about the Gloom, so... You know. I mean, 60 Imperium is my turn and more, so share our victory and spoils with the realm. Not what Blint would do. The realm is mean. Haha, yes. As your troops move to attack the Will Thief and its collection of Umbral demons, the enemy squeals and submits. Undulating flesh and writhing tentacles weave around in a grotesque show of panic, while your weapons surround the group of Eldritch horrors from the Umbral Abyss. While terrifying in aspect, these beings seem to have no fight in them. At least not for you. Will you leave the strange monsters to their terrorizing, or attack them? I'm going to use my thralls. I thought I'd get a Will Thief. I did not. Shucks. Oh well. There is still plenty of time for Will Thieves to be acquired. With the Call of Chaos, which we are 6 turns away from getting, unfortunately, you can get a Will Thief whenever you destroy an Umbral nest. I need more quarries for this. How long do I have for this quest? 21 turns? Now, I do think it's worth focusing on blacksmiths, because the blacksmith armory and then the smithing guild at the top will increase the starting ranks of your lower tier units. If you go all the way, if you go to Madness and get the smithing guild, your tier 1s will start at rank 4. That is insane. I'm also interested in this bathhouse, because you gain bonus XP. I also need to cast all these spells, which means I should get some mana. Don't worry, soon I'll build you an army. Will I heal in this terrain? No. So even though this is my terrain, my domain, you need the Sanctuary Outpost in order to heal here, if you don't have Umbral Flesh. Okay, you can go out, Oxflare. You, have unleashed a ritual circle. Thanks, bud. Okay, now I'm going to get the Evoker. Lightning Torrent would be good as well, but I can't have everything. Wouldn't it be hilarious if the stranger just walks over to that? Just steps on it and ruins my day. It sure would be funny. Oh. Oh. Farmers from the field of Blintheim wish to speak to you. I can't help but wonder what they're farming. Your concerns are noted. I will conscript an additional Spellweaver. Isn't that my tier 3 unit? It sure is! I got excited there for a second. So, each subculture has their own tier 3 unit. The Attunement has the Spellbreaker, which everyone may or may not be familiar with. It's the one that was there already. The Summoners have a Summoner. You guessed it. The Potential Mystics have the Spell Weaver. So we have Rift Bolts here, which is a repeating attack that has dissonance. Okay. Then we have Weaver's Channel, which allows you to cast an additional spell this turn. Only one Spell Weaver may overchannel each turn. Ooh. I need to get to tier 3 as soon as possible. I hope I don't suffer for this. I wish I had Dominate. I don't. So we've cleared out an Umbral Nest and opened up the first Sanctuary Outpost. I'll be able to build this next turn when I have some money. It'll cost all my money, but I'll be able to do it. We have the Lightning Focus enchant up. Get Lightning Blades. I might be able to take this with just these two. By which I mean just these two and a tentacle. Oh, wait. He is going for that. I built it a little too close. My Imperium was refunded, though, so not the end of the world. It does take 2 turns to construct... Great. It does take 2 turns to construct the Sanctuary Outpost. The Magma Spear is not bad, but mana. Mana's a deal. We're going to get a lot of resources from this place, so hopefully I can just keep exploiting this. I might fight this one myself. See how we do. Oh yeah, here we go. It's time for a fight in the Umbral Abyss. Okay, I have discovered why everyone died. It's very unfortunate. We are fighting on top of a Void Stone. Which means everyone is going to go insane. Now, I can go in defense mode here to increase resistance to try and resist it. But it's a pretty good chance it's not going to work. So what I'm going to do... Do I dare? I want a Chaos Pulse so they're all lined up like this. Nice, I triggered Insanity. We're going to stand here like this and hope that the bonus resistance is enough to resist it. Spoiler alert. So far, it has not been. But by moving up with the Eldritch Sovereign like this, I am... they all went insane, okay. I am providing a huge distraction to all of this, so that hopefully these guys can all sort their... themselves out. Spoiler alert. They have not been able to sort themselves out. So, you may ask, what do you do in this situation? First of all, make him go insane. This will kill the archer. Spawn tentacle here. If I had electric weapons, I think I probably would have killed that. They would have gotten a lot closer. I think the Sovereign will just barely live. And I can teleport next turn. Insanity was resisted by somebody. Not sure who. Not that guy, that's for sure. This one. Nice. I have a smidgen of damage. I cannot teleport this turn. Which means there's a very high chance the Sovereign is not gonna make it. Okay, so the Sovereign kills that, this kills that, and now we hope the Sovereign doesn't die. We lived! Yes! Okay. We teleport here. We smack this guy with our little melee attack. It really doesn't do anything, but... Oh, I need to go for the Eldritch Mind Control. Oh. Nope, just kidding. Nice! Oh. Okay, losing the Soother was a real big blow here. But, we have this boater. Okay, we're off to the Tier 2 tomes. And honestly, I'm not sure what I want here. We could go Doom Herald just for the lulz. Doom Herald wouldn't be bad. It can summon a Banshee, but I think I'm actually going to go Scrying. I haven't done this, I don't think, since the Morrigan playthrough. I don't believe there's many changes to the Tome of Scrying, but I want to watch her, so.
Awaken your mind's eye to gaze beyond.
And guided
physical
projectiles.
realm. Secrets near.
Need to go stop that. Okay, I need more power. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab Eldritch Rituals here. This will give me plus 10 hit points, which is all well and good, but it's also going to open up 2 more rituals. One, to spend 4 thralls and gain 200 knowledge. You know I do love knowledge. I might even use that. The other one is to spend 1 thrall and give the city, the targeted city, plus 50 draft. And there's the Lightning Blaze I should have cast before I went to that combat. It's here now. I do not want to exploit the tentacles. I'm winning because of tentacles. I am, however, going to prep the Dark Knowledge Ritual. This is our 4 thralls for 200 knowledge button. All of my outposts are being besieged, taken, and berated. But right now, that is serving as a distraction. Ah, this sort of situation. You receive troublesome word from Broodmaster Wakana of Elivi. A hunger grows within the umbral thralls that requires sating. Yet this hunger is not driven by famine. They crave a bloodletting, a precious offering, given freely and willingly, that they may consume, taking delight in the destruction of something you hold dear, such as the way of the Umbral Abyss. Whatever you seek to gain from your covenant with Elivi, umbral-dwelling customs expect a willing sacrifice, lest you antagonize them. So when it's been a while since your last offering, they will ask of you something. Now, this particular event tends to involve killing your own vassals. Now, there's no free cities on this map, so I don't have a vassal. But normally that would be the second option here. They'll give you one option that's regular, and then one option of going to war with your vassal. And doing so tends to give you more allegiance, so take that for what you will. You can also offer nothing, and they don't like that. But I will offer a population. It's fine. No big deal. It's a little bit of a deal, but I need, like, 5 Soothers now. I will pop the Dark Knowledge Ritual. This is just going to speed along our knowledge. We're going to get a Watcher from it. And we'll pop the... it's only 3 turns. I need money. It's fine. We'll pop it as well. We'll produce merchandise for a turn. I need to do something about this. I didn't realize that was a Voidstone fight. That was my bad. Unfortunately... Oh, it kind of sucks. If I want this Voidstone, I have to expand... Think I can fight this trickily? Trixie hobbitses? I'm going to show you why you never, ever, ever lock Conjure Tentacle. Okay, that sounded a little extreme. Oh, interesting. I saw something there. I spy. With my little eye. Something. So here, these little mushrooms have a new tag. The Flimsy tag. I can highlight it. There we go. The new Flimsy tag is an obstacle that can be damaged by range attacks without Demolisher, unlike other obstacles. So basic attacks from archers, from, I guess, my evokers, can destroy this. This obstacle will explode when destroyed, dealing damage to adjacent units. What if I... Can I only attack something if it's in it? Now here's a question. I have actually a lot of options here. I could YOLO. I don't think I'm going to. I could Eldritch Mind Control to charge into this to cancel his retaliation attack. I might do that. Unfortunately, that means I have to kill him this turn if I want to finish this in one go, but that seems very unlikely. Shall we see? Ooh, spears? Ah, another thing I should point out. For this, look at this guy, 95 hit points on an arcane guard. Anyway, spears have been condensed. The spears had Cavalry Slayer and Giant Slayer. They were two different traits that they both had, and they just kind of merged them together into polearm. Works for me. But I saw it pop up there. I was like, oh wait, I should explain this. Okay. So we are going to shoot this guy. Send over the spoders. Now I'm going to conjure a tentacle, which dissonance that guy. Flank this guy. Boom shakalaka. Look at it. A glorious dub. I can summon a Watcher. And we're going to grab Guided Projectiles. I haven't used Guided Projectiles in ages. I am down 15 mana. So here in the... Why am I getting plus 12 knowledge? Oh! So Umbral Flesh gives city... I don't think this is supposed to write this way. Cities of this race gain plus 2 knowledge for each province with Gloom in its terrain. The Sanctuary Outpost is on a Gloom terrain, because there's only Gloom in the Umbral Abyss. So it's granted me plus 2 knowledge for each each province it has. But I don't think it's supposed to. I'm not sure, actually. What I am sure of is that I need to get out of here. I'm going to pick up this gold. 1 second. Alrighty. Let me just clean that up real quick. Now, something I probably should have mentioned earlier is how you get thralls. You get thralls by killing things. I would need to clear that if I want that node. He broke that. But I worked hard building that. Oh, my city's been sieged. Where on earth did you come from? Huh. I was like, why is my mana red? Because the city's been sieged. I didn't even see him. I don't know where he came from. Huh. Okay, well. There is a way. Just kidding. Darn. That's surprising. You have spent far too long from home, Blinty boy. I agree. Oops, I should have been building roads. Okay. What are you doing? No, no, no. Oh, he's raising it. Okay, we have a Soother coming in. We'll get an Arcane Guard. We can get a Watcher. We cannot. That's right. Oh, okay. So, summoning. I'm not even going to be able to get these. Ruh-roh. Can I cancel this? Great, I can get one. We want to go Storm Scale because the undead are resistant to light. That is an event. Oh. Okay. Hear me out. For minus 17 city stability and 200 mana, I can get a Magebane. That's insane. Magebanes are very good. They're very good. Their Spelljammer was nerfed to be in line with how Spelljammer's work now. It makes enemy spells cost 100% more combat casting points instead of just preventing them in their totality, which is a good change because you're going to be seeing more of them. The Eldritch Sovereigns themselves can summon them, and apparently there's ways to get them, as you can see. Unfortunately, I have no money. We are bleeding. I swear, if this random red thing that just showed up. Yeah, I'm going to take this so I get a Voidstone, because that fixes our mana issue mostly, and that gives us the Voidstone, which is a new magical material, which gives us +2 allegiance with discovered Umbral Dwellings per turn. We can also forge miscellaneous items, such as the one that grants immunity to Umbral Malady. I was too kind. I permitted the enemy to do this. This is my fault. But I will correct it. I assure you, Iratus. Really? Okay. I think I understand why you struggled with that. That was a one-hit attack. Fair. But I have ranged attacks. And I can be very persuasive. You deserve this. Be betrayed by your own tier 1 chaff. Well, at least the only thing she charged down was the Splitterling. Okay. Got more Imperium. This is not my terrain anymore, I guess. We're going to take Lightning Torrent now. We have captured El Sol the Ruthless. I would love your weapon. I can't use it, of course. We are bleeding resources really bad. Well, we turned on the high-intensity cosmic happenings, and the first one has appeared. When a great world tree has sufficiently matured, it shoots its seeds off into the astral sea towards new worlds. World trees do not reproduce on their own worlds. Instead, they spread their seeds on distant realms. Should a world seed find a barren world, it will eventually make it fertile and inhabitable. However, a world seed finding a lush world will stir the trees and plants that were already there. Fragments of the shattered world have crashed in every forest, causing them to spread and grow hostile towards your armies. Uh-oh. I don't need more hostilities. Forests aren't to spread into adjacent provinces. Okay. Grasping Vines active in combat. Units on forest provinces suffer from living forests. Okay. Unit has -5 hit points per turn and -2 vision range. Be wary of the forest, they are no longer safe. But I'm going through a forest. Oh, I am dying in the forest. Wow. Okay. So. Blint is back home. But it might be too late. The city is breached. I could wait. Okay, here are options. I can wait. I think I have to go. Even though Blint's back, I think I have to attack. How's the AI do? Okay. I figured it would lose, but I had to try. There's also a rule where... Oh, really? We're on a forest tile? Every 2 turns in combat, all units have a 50% chance to become immobilized for 1 turn. Oh, that's not going to be annoying. So, essentially, I have a snake and a Magebane for my defense. That's it. I do have Manifest Tentacle. And I can Conjure Tentacle. Who got immobilized? Just the Magebane. Okay. But he doesn't care. That's a scout. We don't care about the scout. We care about that. This is a melee character. Okay, we'll move this way. We'll hit the scout. Wow, that was awful. Do we... I think we do. Yep, okay. Conjure Nickel. Ooh, they hit me from there. Okay. Now remember, this thing is insane. I was kind of... I shouldn't have hit that guy. Ooh, good constrict. Did that cancel his turn? They are a tier 2 unit. For, you know, in fairness. Okay. I have a scheme. It's not a good scheme. The tentacle cannot be flanked, so I could put this here to attack this hero from behind. Rogues do it from behind. And, you know, have master awareness or whatever it's called. So the reason we're doing so little damage to some of these characters is because they have frost resistance, this one in particular. Is that an item, or are you Whiteborn? What's going on here? It is an item. How inconvenient. But I can double cast here. It is also worth noting. Wow, your damage is unfortunate. I think I'm gonna double cast. Do I have to do this first? So, I'm going to ablate the Spearman. And I am going to Retaliating Growth the Magebane. So the Magebane has infinite retaliations. So she's going to swing at him, and he's going to swing at her. We got Berserk Steadfast. Okay, that's fine. We'll just kill her this turn. No big deal. We even have a Soother ready, who is being flanked right now by a Warg. I can restore that? Is it worth it? I think I'll restore you. You can soothe yourself. Let the jokes fly. I think we'll have the Magehaven killer. We'll have this guy turn around. He can't. I can basically ablate it. The Cynical's doing well. Very proud of it. I could also spawn another one. Right here. Boom. To constrict Eratus, the Lord of the Dead. And we end the turn, because you can't move. Good. Fine. Excellent. Yeah, you stab that. We did it. We have redeemed ourselves. The city has been saved. So I guess technically we didn't need Blint to come all the way back home. But that's okay. You go smack that. So there's a rule. I do have a lot of mana, don't I? A rule now for summoning units. Remember earlier when I mentioned the Constrictor and you can't build units that are of a higher tier than your city? Well, you cannot summon units that are of a higher tier than your Wizard's Tower. So, the Watcher, being a tier 3 unit, needs me to have a level 2 Wizard's Tower. But Eratus has been felled, Blintheim liberated. All is well. I could have zapped him on the world map, which I should have. Except for the fact that I have forests on my city tiles, and they hurt. That's kind of unfortunate. Malicia has leveled up. They did buff a few of these signature skills. I don't think any... This one was buffed. Other than that, I think the rest of these are pretty much the same, and we're still going to summon Elemental. I hope no one is shocked. Surprised. I could give this to her. I haven't committed to any magic, right? No. Just give her stabby stab. And then you can use the Helmet of the Warrior, all according to Keikaku. You don't need that because you have Shepherd. We have captured another of Eratus's heroes. The world is looking Blinty. I can't believe you lived for as long as you did. So one of our friends here, Elivi, has begun to expand in this direction. That's fine. Even though Elivi is our friend, we can never absorb them in any way. The only way to expand... Look at that. We can get a Bone Wyvern. I don't really want a Bone Wyvern, though. I also don't really want to block production. So we'll just kill them all. This is a quest mob that just kind of stuck around. Fair enough. Who am I to judge a Magehaven? We'll meet up and become an unstoppable force. Now what? You know, I wouldn't mind some chaos stuff. Not this kind of chaos stuff, though. They nerfed the Skeld again. Big F. I wouldn't mind other chaos stuff. My poor Skeld. I believe her damage was nerfed. It's not that big of a deal. Her damage was just brought down a little bit, but... She's my girl, you know? Oh, you know what? There's something I want to try. Let's get Tome of Revelry. We're now 8-3-3. That's a pretty good spread, I think.
Nothing instills more doubt in an enemy than a foe.
We'll get a Skeld. So, experience is important. Experience is good. By the way, evolve units now evolve at legend rank, but they require less XP in between their level ups. You're still only veteran. You have a long way to go. The Tome of Revelry gives revelry. Shocker. But it allows you, it gives you like 30% more experience or 50% more experience for 3 combats. It's very strong. But that huge damage boost, experience boost, I think will be very valuable moving forward. So I want to try it out. Also, you know, any excuse to get a Scald is a good excuse in my book. Now then, let's go back to the Feldrig Influence 2. I would like more Imperium and more casting points. Thank you. Now, do I have the funds? Ooh, yes, we want this. Guided projectiles. This makes it so that Battle Mage support, ranged, and skirmisher units ignore accuracy penalties from obscuring condition caused by units that are in the way and certain terrain. No more can they hide from my ranged units. And we are going to pop some Dark Knowledge. Now, you can enthrall if you were playing with vassals. You can enthrall the population of either your city or of a vassal city. You lose 1 pop, or they lose 1 pop, and you gain 3 thralls. That's usually the best way to get them in the early game, I've found. I believe I cannot expand this way. I cannot. That could be some good resources. What if we leave the upside world for now? That was the event going off. That's not good. I think that's the stranger. We could leave them alone for now and go get this and... I can't expand this way, though. I can only build outposts here, despite the fact that this is all really cool. Get some resources. I think this is a great spot. For me to see you in a moment. All cosmic happenings have an aftermath, and the trees have finally left. After a period of upheaval, a world seedling from a distant world has taken root, spawning a new world tree. Peace returns within the realm and balance is restored as is nature's wont. Your troops may once again traverse the woodland safely and unhindered. Yet for all the turmoil the world seedling caused, you may have an opportunity to benefit from the woody incursion. Will you restore your lands claimed by force, or is it more appealing to learn new power over nature? Your 1 forest provinces yield 10 production. Fantastic. I'm sorry? Well, I want the Grand Cathedral now. I am way behind. I am so far behind, it's not even funny. But when there's a will, there is a way. So after a few more combats, I am ready to once again exploit retaliating growths, and this time it rolled Imperium. So for 10 turns, I get +6 Imperium income. Don't mind if I do. And I've made it to the Tier 3 tomes. At Tier 3, there are 2 new Tomes of Magic. The Tome of the Cleansing Flame, which will not be making an appearance in this particular campaign, but this is the Anti-Abyss Tome, combining the Flames of Chaos with the Order of Order. It's very fun. The Pyre Templar is my favorite new unit. Just, I think, in the entire game. But that's something we can unravel in another playthrough. For today, we'll be going with the Tome of Corruption. This allows you to wield the power of the Umbral Abyss.
Embrace the corruption within. Those who fear and deny it are blinded, but you will see clearly. The gloom of the abyss shall not frighten, but empower you. Become the mirror that reveals the void in the hearts of the ignorant. Take everything they have and show them Urath's greatest truth, that there is corruption in everything and everyone.
Indeed, indeed. The choices here are all pretty fun. Actually, 2 are exceptional, 1 is fun. The fun one is Umbral Incursion. This allows you to select an enemy city, and it will choose one of their border provinces and drop an Umbral nest on it, which destroys the population. It's very funny. And I will be dropping this later. But the very good ones are the new Umbral Mistress, which is a Tier 4 Mythic unit, This is an incredibly peculiar unit because she has to like enchain people before she can do her special stuff to them. She can just yeet out a single attack magical spell, but it has a pretty poor accuracy rate unless she is attacking someone she is enchained, in which case it's a guaranteed 2-hit ability. I'm just going to lock... You know what? We should just let her ride, because we'll be taking the Gloom Strider. And I've unlocked Binding Ancient Wonders. Nice. I got this altar. It was a fight. Don't worry. I have a plan. Kind of. My Eldritch Sovereign has leveled up and can get the ultimate skill for the Sovereigns. Now, this is a very cool spell that has a fun animation. But Tentacled Escape is not particularly helpful when it comes to trying to push your power level. It basically is a fun little resurgence. If the Eldritch Sovereign falls in combat, instead he will retreat to the Astral Void and come back after combat at 50% HP. So it's essentially resurgence. With my game settings, it's really not that important because you have to be victorious in order to come back. So at the end of the day, I still have resurgence turned on. So this isn't a big deal for me. It's a fun skill, and I do recommend picking it up eventually. But for now, let's focus on things that improve my prowess, such as the Phantasmal Ritual. This increases my magic attack by plus 10%, and also opens up the Phantasmal Ritual, which is a world map skill we can use to deal 20% of a stack's maximum HP. It's percentage damage, so it's very effective. And, where is it? And cause them to lose 3 status resist, so they're more vulnerable to the insanity shenanigans we have been doing. Very strong. Here's the Revels of Carnage, by the way, from the Tome of Revelry. Unit in target friendly army gains 30% experience from combat for 3 turns. I think this could be meta moving forward. I mean, you know, meta. Whatever you want to call it. Very good. Very good. That's what we'll go with. Now, I've wandered back into the Abyss very briefly. We have our friend Zavura here, who's actually getting very close to a Eldritch Pact. Very excited. Well, tell me how close we are. We're getting there. We're getting there. How's our other friend doing, by the way? While I'm here. Doing well. The reason these guys like us is because we're evil. What is the... I think the minus 200 is because it is an Umbral Dwelling. So, because we're evil, they're respectful. They actually will dislike you if you are good. So they are big mad at Humanitas, as you can see. Warkana's even at war with them. But I'm over here because there are some unique pickups over here in the Abyss. We just picked up one of them, giving us 351 mana and 142 knowledge. Oh, I want more stuff. Treacherous Reflections is an incredibly powerful spell, and I'm going to get this because we're going to be fighting soon. This creates a treacherous reflection of target enemy unit, cannot target heroes, combat summons, and mythical units. It's good fun. I'm also in a little bit of a pickle because someone has chosen to expand right next to me. I also think Experience Leader, like people might just straight up rush Experience Leader. It's already good. I think it's even better now. So Gloom Strider, 600 mana. But we're going to get it going. But yeah, look. Humanitas is on my doorstep. I'm going to have to raise that. It's annoying. But don't worry. I will. Humanitas will suffer for his egregious... Build more conduits, I'd love to. His egregious overstepping of boundaries. Just crump this real quick. And we found Destructive Regrowth. Wow. So these are fragments of tomes. And when you pick one up, you get a free spell. It comes from a tome that you do not have and that you are not researching. And this one is from the Tome of Nature's Wrath, which I believe is a tier 4 spell that targets enemy province, and it raises the province, gives force and enemy's unit within sustain 20 nature damage. We got a little bit of knowledge as well. We can visit the Site of Power. I believe this is for how many turns? 5 turns. Okay. Sure. And now, I'm going to go punish Humanitas. Ah, another sacrifice of Eldritch hunger. But we shall give them some of our wealth, which is actually doing quite well. Was doing quite well. Until this situation appeared. This is a risky battle. It's unfortunate. But here's a Constrictor, by the way. I finally managed to make one. Look at them. They're a little weird as moles, but what isn't, huh? Unfortunately, Everything is being raised. But don't worry. Despite the fact that this is one of my slowest starts yet, we finally have advanced logistics. The best Imperium skill in the game. Eratus is casting spells on me too. I can now move across the map, and I can punish the invaders. And punish them. I will. I keep forgetting they can just walk up here. You built a city over here. Huh. Look at this movement. Oh, it's attractive. It's the most beautiful thing I think I've ever seen. Well, I'm going to go put an end to that. I might actually get that trait. I rarely ever get stolen power, but I'm gonna conquer some cities here. Honestly, I can't help but wonder if I should just take this. Ah, so it begins. The city guards of Blintheim bring before you a bedraggled man accused of sowing panic with his stories of impending doom. The mist will come, Blint the Unmaker. He speaks with terror in his eyes. They spread from the fields, creep through the cracks in your city walls, and then, swoosh. Yes, swooping is bad. Everyone is gone, stolen by the Fae. The man stares into space until he takes out a broken, haughty crown of accuracy. This, he yells, shaking his fists, is all that is left of my kingdom. What will you do with this fool and his far-fetched claims about a kingdom lost to the mists? The toll of seasons will start in 7 turns. Told you I have to turn it on. Thankfully, they've come to me just in time. For Gloom Strider. This is going to transform our glorious Umbral Mole Thralls into Umbral Demons, which gives them +2 defense, -2 fire resistance, -2 spirit resistance, Curse Eater, so that at the start of their turn, they will lose 1 negative status effect and heal 10 HP from it. They are immune to Umbral Malady, they float, and they have fast movement. Look at them. Aren't they true abominations? And the reason I came here, I can finally cast this spell. It deals some lightning damage and makes them weak to lightning, which is primarily what we do. Oh! It's not just combat spells. That's good to know. I'm also going to cast the Phantasmal. Well, I'll put that in the pocket. I don't have enough casting points. It's unfortunate that you came to me like so. To die. Worthless. And alone. Something curious has happened. The toll of seasons has occurred, but not on me. This is the mist that has spawned attacking Humanitas, which is hilarious because he was down here, you know, doing his siege crap and just pillaging my lands relentlessly. But then he left because he's been attacked. And you know what? I'm okay with that. I mean, I want to fight the Toll of Seasons. I do. But what if I told you I'm just going to take his capital city so I stop being harassed by the stranger? Uh-oh. That plan's not working. Hi, Eratus. Didn't see you there. Oh, yeah. All right. This is going to be everything I've ever done. Yep. This is going to take everything I got. Good news, I have a golden golem now. Don't ask how that happened. Oh, you can ask. It was happenstance, you know? I took that golden wonder. And it gave me a friend. I also have this, this person. This hero that... She's not really doing anything. She's at best just a random fighter. Now, Eratus' stack doesn't seem that alarming, if I'm being honest. In fact, I'm not even sure what it's doing. But I did learn Treacherous Reflection. So we'll use it. Not right now, mind you, but we'll use it. There you go. Have that. Take that. I love how cheap everything is. He also has an Umbral Thrall character. Very rude, mind you. Okay, he's coming. What if I just do that again, though? Mental mark. There you go. He marked. Okay. We do have some characters coming our way. They're all good. This is less good. Who is my... Where's my summoner? You. Okay. I have resolved this issue. I am no longer afraid. Perhaps I should be. But I am not. How's my heal doing? Sometimes, team, you just gotta, you know, take a sit. Relax. Let the enemy come to you. How about it? Something just died. Oh, does the splittering only last 3 turns? Oh. That would make sense. I have a good idea. Okay. Okay. Here's the plan. We're gonna devour the mind of that guy. He's gonna go insane. He's gonna stab the crap out of that stuff. We're gonna cast a spell. The Treacherous Reflection. What are we going to cast it on, you ask? Something that can survive, like this. So the way Treacherous Reflection works, I have spawned a reflection of this guy. When this guy dies, the reflection goes away. So hopefully he doesn't die anytime soon. We can do some Chaos Pole shenanigans. We can do mind control and insanity. The world's our oyster. I think what I want to do, actually, is Delirium the guy I made a reflection of. They think he's on their side, but soon they will know the truth. I'm going to kill those, because I'm going to blink out with you, which is nothing new, but still a pretty fun trick. Then you're going to shank that, Mr. Arcane Guard, with 105 hit points. Respect. My Spoders, who have still not leveled up, are probably not going to move in. My Golden Golem is going to do a whoop. Heal up the whoop. Shall we cast another spell? I think we should cast another spell. Let's cast another spell. I could kill the zombie. Or I can summon a tentacle. Let's heal. Why can I not heal you? Ah, you're decaying. Awkward. Or should I move back first? So the fun little thing about the constrictors is they can pull people. I don't think we're going to pull anyone right now. I think I'm perfectly satisfied just the way I am. This archer is gilded. This one's not. Not sure how I feel about that. I'd love to stab that. I'll bring me joy. I think instead I'm going to go stab this. I'm going to stand here for moral support. I have 85 hit points on a hatchling. Beautiful insanity. A double good insanity. How did you infect? Question. How do you infect a golden golem? Ah, you have resurrected him. I don't approve. I don't approve of a lot of this. But thankfully, Hopefully the Magehaven doesn't die. Hopefully the Eldritch Sovereign doesn't die. I was just talking all that crap about not needing Tentacled Escape. I don't think I need it. Swing. I'll just do some stabby stabs. You should do some stuff, okay? Mr. Spoder, go eat that. Now we can Chaos Pulse, and I think I'm going to. Just to see what YOLO happens, you know? I could also Mind Control. We'll YOLO. Infernal Rebirth. I think that spawns a gremlin. I think that's what that does. When it dies. I could ablate something. Could spawn another tentacle. You a combat summon? You are a combat summon. You're disappearing in one turn as well. I'm glad I checked. So I could pull this person literally next to the golden golem again. And they're constricted once more. I have to save this guy, aren't I? Yeah. Can I restore you? I think I can. Perfect. Next one I can heal you. And I think I could just ablate this if I wanted to. I think that might be the play. This is my reflection. This guy turned around because of the insanity, so we'll stab, 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 stab. Looks like Iratus has yet to... Yoink. Has yet to whiteborn his culture. So these guys are still morale bombed. This treacherous reflection has done work. Oof, that sucks. Please don't die, hero. You're new. Okay, we're fine, we're fine, we're fine. Everything's fine. The only thing that's not fine is that how long this video is going to be. Okay, Berserk. Berserk coming in. But hey, I told you. I was told to go have fun. That was my mission. And you know what? I'm bloody having fun. I have achieved my goal. I'm so glad you're alive, Mr. Magehaven. I can get more of them, but it's going to be a while. This has been probably my slowest expanding campaign yet. And it has nothing to do with the DLC or anything. Just, I'm confined, you know? Yeah, it does spawn a gremlin. Look at that. I never really used gremlins. Should give them a chance sometime. Now, I believe the Umbral Thrall back here is unbreakable. That one. So I need to stay away from it with my Sovereign. So he doesn't die. Maybe I should get Tentacled Escape. I'll think about it. Oh, that hero's dead because of the burning and the poison and the dying. Oh, you're alive. For just this turn, though, so... I have to wrap this up real quick. How do I kill you as fast as possible? How far is pull? Far enough. Oh shit, lifesteal. Let them run. Okay. We took a lot of damage there, but we are alive. I got 3 thralls out of that. Look at that. Oh, we are not alive anymore. This is a full team wipe. No! Humanitas as keepers, Mark. So there's no world in which I was winning that fight. I can lock Fulmination for knowledge, I guess I will, because we're gonna have to wait a long time. My heroes lost. My Eldritch Sovereign, deep in the void. The pain, the suffering. But he will return. I hope. Oh, I've been sieged. Okay. I can't cast any spells while my ruler's in the void, but it's a 4-turn siege, so hopefully... When your ruler's in the void, you can cast no spells, and you cannot do anything, really. That's the danger of fighting a 1v2. Oh, I forgot they were still there. That one lone character. In a 1v2, they can just come at you. I might just go face Humanitas himself here. Have I ever been besieged this much? I don't think I have. How's this gonna go? So we have the spell shield. I should have backed up a little bit, I think. Good stun. There's OP. Oh, I can't cast spells. Oh, no wonder. I realized a little late. I can't do this. Oh, that was weird. Thankfully, you have sprint. So you can sprint, sidestep, shoot. And there's Keeper's Mark in action. But don't worry. Everything is gonna be just fine. It's unfortunate, but just fine. I have acquired my first Eldritch Pact. Zavara's coming in hot here with saving me. He has provided me another Void Stone, 3 gold, 27 mana, 52 knowledge, and from here, you can spend Imperium to gain spells. This is where normally you would get Umbral Flesh and the Altar, but there are some other spells here, such as the Pall of Gloom, which is a world map spell that transforms a targeted province and its adjacent provinces into the Gloom terrain and deals damage to enemies. We'll grab that. There is the Umbral Exile, where we can just yeet something out of combat and toss it into the Umbral Void. And there is the Umbral Rift, which we can use to spawn gates between the Umbral Abyss and the world map, which will be very helpful. We can also summon Umbral Juggernauts, which are tier 3 shock units, and I am interested in that. Okay. These, unfortunately, do not count as, like, continuing your research, so you can't cheese out stuff that way. I tried. So what we can do, because I'm constantly under attack here, is I can drop Pall of Gloom on my city to start eating away at the trespassers. This has been really tough. But Blint has returned, and we have gotten a Forgotten Tome. Now, the Forgotten Tomes, you get one at level 8 and another one at level 16. And they will give you access to a number of abilities, 3 to be specific. It can be used once per combat and rotate out every 4 turns. So, I'm going to just keep it simple and go with the Forgotten Tome of Sorcery, because we're here to do damage. We can get the Forgotten Tome Mastery to make it go faster, but I'm instead going to get Mass Phantasmal Ritual, which is Phantasmal Ritual on steroids. Unfortunately, not very helpful right now, because they're all split up. But we're going to have to put an end to them. Kaboom. So now they're going to be deteriorating while I am thriving. I got another Void Stone. Look at that. From my friends. Can I resurrect people, or do they get taken? They got taken. Except for this guy. Who I can resurrect if I build the crypts. Soon, you'll rue the day you crossed me, Humanitas. This is one of the unique events for the Eldritch Sovereign. The voices are back. Relentless allies that accompanied you in the astral void and beyond before you lost your mind. They were like old friends and nemeses. They pushed you to greatness and dragged you down. Yet beyond the name-calling, the flattery, the tantrums, and the gossip, their words fed you the means to survive when your mind shattered and you became lost. Eventually, you regained your consciousness, your sense of self, and with it, the voices returned to occupy your mind once again. The voices are all vying for your patronage. Which voice shall be yours? I have a lot of Imperium right now. I could use some thralls, so I'm going to go with that one. Because I'm being besieged once again. But I don't think Humanitas understands the gravity of the situation. Now then, if I can stop being interrupted, I would love to build the Throne of Insidious Whispers. This gives additional mana income, additional world map, and combat casting points, and at the start of combat within the city's domain, which is increasingly common, 3 enemy units have a base 90% chance of suffering insanity for 3 turns. If unsuccessful, they're stunned instead. That's a pretty good trade-off if you ask me. A thick, unnatural mist is spreading from the grassland south of Blintheim. An eerie silence engulfs the world outside the city gates. Reports of strange figures creeping in the shadows sow panic among your citizens, while the surrounding villages speak of people disappearing within the fog. How do you react to the horrors lurking within the mists? Well, I came up here to take the city, so I stopped being bombarded. And guess what? Iratus is here. But hey. That's fine. It's totally fine. I have to respond to this. For every turn that you whoa. For every turn that you don't respond, sure, I'll get you. That you do not respond to the thing, you lose a population. And I'm already struggling as it is, so. This has turned into a test of my resilience. And there it is. As the Mistwalkers lay siege to Blintheim, an uncanny song creeps into the streets and homes of the Umbral Mole thralls. Come, our children, come out to play. To Duatha we stride with glee. No last escape, no place to flee. The Duatha day on rainbows ends. Open their mouths, raise their hands. Forever you will stay. Stories of charmed people straying into the mist and disappearing spread as an evil rumor. Ere long, there may be no one left to defend. Fey magic is a curious enigma to study and to suppress. Interesting. The eerie voices from beyond the gate become hushed and your people regain their sanity. Sure. So basically, while I'm sieged, I won't lose people. Okay. Fair enough. So I could stay here and let this ride. But guess what was canceled again? I'm gonna do this to you. Boom. Did it work? It worked. Alright. Let's go face a Mythic Scourge. This shouldn't be that big of a deal. I have plenty of heroes with me. including one of my Godir. Now this is the Scourge of Spring. Isn't he beautiful? Isn't he lovely? His chance to dominate, he has a charge, and he hits hard. Okay, good. That's all we needed to know. Now we do have the Fey Mists, which we can stand in for buffs, like so. I guess I need to heal Smauggy boy. And we'll just start eating. Hey look, I wanted an elemental to help me out. We got a fire elemental. Of course. So we can do. Smaug is a fire dragon, so in theory he should burn these trees real good. The bad news is that they have Mirror Veil on, which means they're going to retaliate a portion of all elemental damage done to them, which will of course include a giant fire breath. But I do have lots of magic. I can open this anywhere, like say here. Look at that. How neat. Then you can do that just to kill it. How much does this breath go? Okay. I might even go here and do this. This is bold. But I'm nothing if not brave and bold. Obviously. Unfortunately, I'm not capable of spurring a dragon. My dragon. You can spur the mythical dragons, but not a hero dragon. That would be too strong. But hey, if they want to let me, I'll do it. Tell me I won't. Now I suppose I will conjure a tentacle. Make sure this dies. I don't know what sort of fey trickery that thing has in store for me. Oh yeah, you're here, aren't you? Yeet. This is my new hero. I'm trying to get an item forge up and running, but everything is on fire all of the time. So, you know, I'm working on it. That was a lot of damage. Also, I can't help but notice, but you turned your back to me, so... Sorry, bud. Sorry, not sorry? They did ever so slightly nerf the Clinging Mist Cloud. They made it so it can't stack up as high as it used to. Which isn't the most dramatic nerf in the world. Certainly the nerf. Which is good. It needed it. It's slowed, it cannot retaliate. Not that I could anyway. Can I do this to you? What if I go here? And then try this? Aha! Wrap it up. As you have driven the Mistwalkers away from Blintheim, or you've driven them away, their remnants, following the trail of the terrible scourge of spring, retreated into the dissipating mists. As the air slowly becomes clear again, a Fey fissure is revealed in the fertile plains. Without a doubt, this is where the Mistwalkers return to their realm of the Fey. There is little time left before the Fey fissure collapses. So we have 3 turns to heal up, and then we can go off into the fissure to chase them into the realm of Duatha. And that is when I will see you next. Unless something else unsurprising, or surprising and terrible happens. Now only 1 stack can enter the Fey realm of Duatha. And apparently I can't click it? Question mark? Where is it? Oh, okay. Well, I summoned a Fey... Excuse me. I summoned an Umbral Juggernaut, but unfortunately, it can't move here. So we'll go in with a bunch of heroes instead and see what happens. Approaching the Fey fissure, you can sense a dwindling presence of Fey magic. There is no doubt that the Fey fissures lead to the Fey realm Duatha, and to the remaining Mistwalkers, you must weigh your options. The Mistwalkers may still be numerous. They will be hard to surprise in their own erratic domain. You cannot shake off the feeling that following them without a sufficiently large host would be suicide. Will you send your army into the Fey Fissure to pursue the Mistwalkers? If they are not pursued, they will return to attack another city after some time. And I believe that's why they came to me, because, What's-His-Face didn't pursue them. Gotta be honest, team, I'm pretty happy with that auto. My life for a constrictor. You know what I mean? You have driven the remaining Mistwalkers deeper into the Fey realm. While the troops watch out for any ill Fey trickery, your attention is drawn to the tree shrine placed at the center of the settlement. At its heart rests an otherworldly relic, echoing the whispers of a distant entity as you come close enough to touch it. The relic radiates great power, but also menace. Screams of your troops alert you to the collapsing Fey Fissure. Whatever you intend to do with the Fey relic, it must be done quickly. So I'm going to take the relic. You can, at this point, disenchant the relic, or a bunch of Binding Essence. You can also break it and instantly transform one of your closest hero into a Scourge of whatever it is. This is one of the ways to get a Scourge unit under your own control. One. But it's going to transform Smaug, and that's not acceptable. If we take the relic, the Toll of Seasons enters its next stage, which is going to be annoying, but that'll give me time to build up, I hope. And I will gain 20 Imperium per turn, and I'll gain a new Siege Project, which I'm going to need when I can inevitably take down my friends. Now, I'll just be honest real quick. This is entirely my fault. I was too greedy and didn't just take expansions, and now I'm being bared down by the strength of both Iratus and Humanitas. This is my fault. But I'm gonna fix it. The Academy Potential is finally here. It should have been here a long time ago, but this is a unique city structure to the Potential Mystics that will give +1 starting rank to every support and battle mage unit. Also gives +1 Arcane Inspiration to a random spell every turn. It's a very good building, and we're gonna need more. Honestly, I think I need to go Mage Tower here. A new rally has begun, and thanks to our friends, we get some fun little toys. Interesting. They're giving us Umbral Thrall units. But this is the most reliable way to get units from the Umbral Demon roster. We have some Juggernauts, which we can summon anyway. Some Will Thieves, which are the basic chaff. Excuse me. The Splitterlings are the basic chaff, but the Will Thieves are arguably the most common. These are the ones that lash onto you and drain stuff. But there is also the greatest of evils. The most abominable of terrors. The Dire Caster. What more needs to be said? I want one. It's even a battle mage, so it synergizes very well with what we're doing. Unfortunately, they also increased the gold cost of stuff from the Rally of Lieges because it was too easy to just spit out tier 5 stacks. And I agree, it was. Doesn't help me when I'm broke, but I do agree. I'm just going to grab some Will Thieves here so I have some front line for my mini mages. And I'm going to get on the offense. I have fought back the hordes of the team, and now the Fae wish to parley. A feeling of unsettledness creeps into the deep chambers of your wizard's tower as an emissary of the Mistwalkers appears from a sudden waft of mist. I am Akara the Guide, descendant of the great raven Theric and servant of the Duatha Dé. Our lords, she says, do not tolerate the loss of the gifts they gave. The Fae holds up a sheath with ornamental markings depicting the curl of Elandra. Lucky for you, Blint the Unmaker. The Duatha Dé are generous with their offerings. Akara the Guide continues as she briefly shifts her face into a scourge of spring visage. Return the curl of Elandra, and we will move our affairs to an empire that you suggest. Decline, and you summon the mists of Duatha. Well, no. So, I have taken Solemnia, which is where, ironically, Humanitas had bound something. But that's unacceptable. And I finally have 69, nice, turns in I have a second city. At what cost? At what terrible cost? I'm going to stand in here while we heal up and think about my decisions in life. Because they have been complex. By the way, the Pall of Gloom, I can get inspiration from this and gain 70 casting points. That is insane. It's so insane I might even do it. After I cast it again. So I want to start dropping it just randomly. Unfortunately, it looks like Iratus got the message and has some Umbral Shepherd units. But, Humanitas does not, so that's fine. Also worth noting, the free cities in the Eldritch Pact, you can cooperate with them just like regular free cities. So I'm going to send these to attack Iratus while I'm dealing with Humanitas. I am sieging the Grand Cathedral, and Iratus has come to save his friend. How? Absolutely adorable. Pathetic. But I figured I'd take this opportunity to show you some units. Two, specifically. First of all, the greatest evil amongst all mankind. The Direcaster is, as you can see, an Umbral Demon Dire Penguin. And it is a tier 4 battle mage that deals damage, a lot of damage. But it deals less damage per adjacent enemy to the target. So it wants to focus isolated units. Now when playing against the High Culture, or the Feudal Culture, or anyone who gets the mind linking crap, that's really not likely. But facing Iratus, he's not about that stuff. However, the Direcaster does have a 3 AP AoE to move them all about. Shake it all about. You know, that sort of thing. And of course, I must showcase the Umbral Juggernaut. The shock unit, he has a displacing charge, just like the Warbreed from the tier 4 Tome of Stuff. And it's pretty cool. When he dies, he splits into splitterlings. Of course, then he's dead, so do with that what you will. This could be risky, this fight, to face off against Iratus. But especially with 96 mana in the pocket, I really need to get the mage's skill going. I have been... I don't know what I've been, team. It's been something. Something I can do that I haven't made good use of is I could just spam out spells, like really cheap spells, and that will reduce the cost of my other spells. I really kind of wanted to get that on the dragon. But hey. Ooh, Tide Spirit. One day, a true Tide Tome will come. I know there are a lot of people who love, like, water magic and stuff. And await the day that we can make our own Tide minions. It will come. I hope, anyway. Alrighty, let's see the Dire Penguins in action. This is what we're here for. Oh, I don't know about you, but that's what I'm here for. This whole almost 4 hours of recording have been just for this moment. This singular moment. With the Direcaster shine. I believe Iratus... Yeah, that's Iratus himself over here on the... Is that a golden wyvern? Iratus? Wow, that was incredible. You and a golden wyvern? Fire wyvern. Okay, not quite as bad. Anyway, stuff is happening. It looks like Iratus has finally gone Whiteborn, which is good. It means that he has fulfilled his destiny as a Supreme Necromancer. I'm going to smack this guy. Is that okay? Yeah, that's okay. I'm just going to smack him real good. Yeah, okay. And now Iratus has made a grave mistake. Umbran Exile. Oh, okay. Sure, it's a free action. There's only a 65% chance, a graze, a connection, and a graze. Oof. I hate to say it. I could spur to do it again, but I think it is in my best interest if I just summon stuff. Now, of course, a Banshee's not going to do that hot against... Well... Can I make him insane? The undead. No, I cannot. We'll sprint. Do some positioning here. Now, I could just kill him, but then the Umbran Exile wouldn't do it. Where's the fun in that? There isn't any. Smaug has so many choices. So much opportunity. So by counting the Fulmination last time, we've actually made Chain Lightning cost 2 mana. 2 mana. That's also a lot of people. Do I get Lightning Storm? One of the fun things about Lightning Storm is it does make all units wet, but I benefit from that. Hold up. When people are wet, they have -4 lightning resist, -4 frost resist, and 2 fire resistance. So my lightning from damage from me being, you know, mystic related is very beneficial. But their frost damage from them being, you know, shadow related is also a boon. I do frost damage too, so I don't know. Maybe that wasn't worth it. That is almost a kill though. Can I make that a kill? I can so make that a kill. I'm kind of in the way here. Gotta admit, my positioning was not clean. Also, whenever the Umbral Juggernaut walks around, he leaves the stuff on the floor. And if you're not down with the Umbral shenanigans, you're not going to like it. So, you know, just keep that in mind. You can cast another spell and it costs literally 0. I think the multipliers are multiplying. I'm not sure if they're multiplying in ways they should be multiplying, but they are most certainly multiplying. I want to go over here and cast this. Is that worth it? Probably not. But I'll just go stand in front of this then. Like I moved farther than I wanted to. But that's okay. We all do. Ow! Things we don't want to. Smaugy boy. I do this all the time. Without fail, Smaug dies. To be fair, that happens to pretty much all the Dragon Lords. They're just so raw with power that you're like, yeah, I can go in. I can go in. Like I can almost kill this hero. I'll just kill everyone else instead. That sounds fun, doesn't it? This piggy went to the market. I think we're winning, team. You only attack once, interesting. How do I win efficiently, though? That's the question. Lifesteal? 15! Oh, is that because of... That's a lot of healing. Is that because of Whiteborn and Call the Weak? Does that stack now? I'm going to use this button, which is an advanced potential mystic stuff, which makes it so this turn all of my spells are overcharged. And I'm going to yeet Chain Lightning over there. Yeah, that's good. I like how even the Blessed Spirit is wavering. It's like, yeah, no. Yeah. There's blessed stuff, and then there's this. Hey, Direcaster. Curse him. And then hit him. Nice. And I'll kill your skeleton friend, and then you're going to die to the Umbral Exile. It's going to be perfect. It's going to be all according to Keikaku. Okay? Fortunately, you're not in range of anybody. What about you? You know what? Let's make him in range of somebody. Someone alone. Cool. Now what? I appreciate Smaug taking the hits for me. I really do. So now you're all caught up on the units that I'm fielding. And I'm going to try and take, poor Smaug, the Grand Cathedral. Gonna need some more mana back though first. Oh, crap. The spreading fog of the Mistwalkers heralds the near beginning of the battle for Blintheim. There is no eerie uncertainty. No doubt about the nature of the mists or the figures creeping there within. The Duatha Dei demand back what they deem rightfully theirs, and the Mistwalkers are their instruments of war. The time for negotiations is past. How will you prepare for the final attack of the Fae? Well, I'd love to cast mana to delay it, because now I have to leave and I can't. Uh-oh. The reason I can't is because I can't move while sieging, or while pillaging. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift the siege again and just go this way and look like I'm leaving and hope that's enough. Ah, level 12. This is when you get to advance your specialization that you chose at level 4. Because we went Madcaster, we can go Cosmic Caster or Havoc Caster. If you would like to make your YOLO Bomb better, Havoc Caster is for you. But Blinty Boy has seen the potential of magic, and so he is going to go for Cosmic Caster. Chaos Pulse becomes Cosmic Pulse. This makes it so enemies in a 2-hex radius have one of these effects occur to them. They sustain 30 fire damage, they sustain 12 frost damage, and have a base 90% chance of becoming frozen, or they sustain 18 lightning damage and gain 3 electrified. They also gain Savant Channeling, which increases the damage of Forgotten Tome magic abilities by 25%. This is the raw DPS style of Eldritch Sovereign. It's less shenaniganry, I will admit. But it's fun. As the Mistwalkers lay siege to Blintheim, an uncanny song creeps into the streets and homes of the Umbral Mole Thralls. Come, naughty children, come out to cry. From Duatha you took with grief our fair lady's curl, accursed thieves. Your own scalps we will tear out, mangle, grind down, carve up, gouge, and strangle. Forever you will die. That's a good poem. To the dismay of your Umbral Mole Thralls, even this terrifying song is charming the people, leading them outside the walls to a gruesome fate. I am once again going to attempt the thing so that I don't lose population. Fantastic. That was an incredible save. That was really difficult, actually. And we are going to depart. I now have time. Not much time, but some time. And our forces are going to make a full retreat. I have been besieged by 2 stacks. It's not that big of a deal. Perfect. So I don't actually have to deal with... I am going to make it back in time. Fantastic. Hey, look. I have another Spellweaver. You have vanquished the Mistwalkers and ended their onslaught. The people of Blintheim are rejoicing. In the meantime, you have withdrawn to your wizard's tower to return to the Curl of Elandra, which is now yours, and yours alone. The relic of the Duatha Dei intrigues and excites you, and spending more time attuned to it has revealed to you more of its secrets. Thanks to your victory, the realm must no longer fear the toll of seasons. We have ended the crisis, and I have unlocked Elandra's spell. Target hero leading an army you control is permanently transformed into a Scourge of Spring. This also restores all hit points and movement points of the unit. This transformation cannot be reverted, and the hero loses its hero status, becoming a normal unit. This is the second way to get the Scourge, and this is a permanent way to do it over and over and over and over again. I do what must be done. 84 stability, wow, for 6 turns, and I also gain 250 Imperium. Now, if you will excuse me, I am going to create an unholy legion and get my revenge. The sign of the lumbering staff. The star that represents the staff gem in the constellation of Anon's ascent gleams as bright as the waxing moon. Those who normally tend to the wounded or who empower warriors from afar sense a hidden power burning inside them. They grow more potent, but the magnitude of their magical weight or might weighs them down. Proud mages and healers stand taller than ever before, now that their power is surging. Their decreased speed clearly worries them not. Support units and battle mages have +1 range. Wow, but they have slow movement in combat. Now, I have loads of battle mages and supports. They are, quite arguably, the crux of my plan. But I do hate being slow. But now, at tier 5, we gain the Tome of the Archmage. There is no new tier 5 no new tier 5 tome.
When your capacity
but
to command the arcane reaches its pinnacle,
there is something really funny that you can do. Your astrologers had already predicted it. The luminous star and Anon's ascent return to its original brightness. While soothers wail about the loss of their power, warriors are keen to point out that they have not disappeared, but merely returned to their original strength. Mages and soothers vainly inspect their hands, which yesterday wielded such great magical force. They lament their tempering. Do you? So I can expend mana to get the enchantment permanently, which I would love to do, but I am very low on mana. A continuing problem that I am trying to resolve. I could perform a blood sacrifice to get it, which means my Eldritch Sovereign is going to go to 1 hit point, which I will. And I've also gained the Cosmic Overdrive. I got Tome of Artificing, but I didn't get it for Artisan and Armaments, believe it or not. I actually got it for Siege Magic. It's a first, I know. Well, well, well. Look who it is. Humanitas has fled. He fled really far, too, but that's okay. I'll just stand here and take your capital city. No big deal. I don't mind. But now I can cast the Sign of the Lumbering Staff, which will just bring this back. I think I'm going to wait until my mana gets back up and running, which shouldn't be too long. I have lots of conduits in the works. My friends, Humanitas has lost their throne city and is being converted to the Umbral Mole kin. And he, in his great folly, has come forth to die. This has been a long time coming, stranger. Oh, I'm gonna put you in your place and it's gonna feel good. I can't believe how much of a pain in my butt he's been. You know? I did this and I was like, oh yeah, it's fine. He's right next to my city. It's not that big of a deal. It's kind of annoying, but you know, in the end of the day, we'll just deal with it. Hashtag deal with it. Unfortunately, I did not hashtag deal with it. And it became a hashtag problem. I don't know why I'm talking about hashtags right now. But that's alright. Because in the end, there can be only Blint. I have no idea how long this video is going to be, but it's not over yet. We still have the main criminal. I think I've shown off most stuff, though, so it's just got to be me getting there, you know? I do have something hilarious in store. A grand finale, if you will. For those who've made it this far, I thank you. I've been enjoying the video. Inquisitors just sniped my... Sniped my scald. The AI still got it. Oh, yeah. That's okay. Forgot about this one. So we're going to start off with a Lightning Storm. Not the most mana efficient, but because it was overcharged, that lets me cast another spell. I'm going to wait, though. How do I want to do this? I actually have quite a few ways I could do this. But none of them are very exciting, are they? Oh, hey, this is the Astral Storm. So this is the... You play it, and then randomly people take damage. Play it, you click it. Boom. We rolled 30 damage. I'm going to take one step back. And then just blast into you, I think? Man, arrow builds are so good. They're so much fun. I don't think this guy's going to survive, but just in case. Can I break this somehow first? Yeah, there we go. Well, unfortunately, I definitely, I can still curse him. That's fine. Boom. Well, he resisted. Didn't expect that. I don't know why. No. Whatever. Hello. That's fire. Keeper's Mark. Keeper's Mark. Everybody loves the Keeper's Mark. Seriously. Get Keeper's Mark. Arguably one of the best enchantments in the game. That's still a lot of damage, even though it's being reduced. Look at that. Oh. Direcaster. Big fan. This is without the range, right? I think that guy was stunned. Which means I didn't have to do that. Shall I try and freeze the spears? I failed, but I did slow them. I have been immobilized. Alright, I think I've gotten out most of the dissonance, maybe? I'll take 255, sure. Nice. They all connected. Alright. Shall we chain? Perfect. That'll do. I'm satisfied. Who are you, by the way? Oh, an archer. Oh, an archer. You might lose an arcanist here. Just kidding. Are we gonna have an archer off? Let's have an archer off. I'm gonna win. Archer off. Archer off. Please? It is an archer off. Did I get an arcane weapon there? Gil cheated. That's okay. GG, team. It was a most glorious victory. The stranger fought harder than I ever expected him to. But in the end, none can stand before Blinty Boy. The enemy flees, but where do they flee? I own their city. I've slain their master. He took the scald with him. And I have crumbled the last defenses of Humanitas. The stranger 160 gold, really. Anyway, Imperium. And that allows me to instantly annex the Grand Cathedral. I'll pop in our food person there. And I gotta figure out why they... Oh, they're not mad anymore. Okay, good. I gotta figure out why they're so upset. Circle of Zealotry. No. Alrighty. All that remains is Eratus. And the others. For there can be only one in the heart of the Immaterium. Now, one of the fun little tricks you can do if you decide to go for the Tier 5 Tome of the Archmage is Cosmic Overdrive affects all magical origin and combat summon units. It gives them 30% additional damage and very fast movement, which is 48. Guess who happens to be a magical origin unit? That's right. The Eldritch Sovereign is affected by Cosmic Overdrive. And with a damage build like mine, well, let's just say things are about to get a little out of hand. And finally, I have enough mana to cast Elandra's Chosen, transforming a hero into the Scourge of Spring, a new Tier 5 mythic unit that hits pretty hard, and you guessed it, is a creature of magical origin and is thus affected by Cosmic Overdrive. Cosmic Overdrive got such a huge... I'm sorry, what? While this unit is in combat, all friendly units gain Frenzy. Nice. Cosmic Overdrive got so much more, so much more use in this, this particular patch. But hey, I'm going to assemble my army and prepare for the glorious end. But first, I'm going to steal the Sanctuary Outpost from Eratus. Also, I think we need to establish our dominance. Mr. Umbral Tyrant. Sunstruck eruptions. Astrologers warn you that the sun inches towards your world. Oh, that sounds awful. Every hour, the fiery orb in the heavens seems larger. They suspect Yaka, or one of his overconfident acolytes, is performing an improvident ritual. Global temperatures rise until a flashpoint is reached. Volcanoes violently appear across the world, burning lush lands and renewable resources. Volcanic blaze and ruin wreak havoc in your realm. Can you and your armies withstand the heat? Provinces are going to turn into desolate around the world. Oh boy, and in combat we have volcanic corruptions. Thankfully it's only for 8 turns, and I'm probably just going to wait that out after I steal this outpost. In the Umbral Abyss, our foes have provided us a great many resources. But we are in the heart of Magehaven. There can be only one. Betrayer. Blint. No one should be surprised. So whenever you go to war with one of the Umbral dwellings, whether you start off with war with them because you're a good boy, or whether you eventually declare on them after you've gotten everything you've wanted because you're a rude boy, you have to siege the city like normal, but you can never really... You can't take it in the same way. So what happens is you siege the city down. This outpost I took is being retaken. They will attack you. This has never not happened to me. And then the city is destroyed, and there will be a beacon of light at the bottom, which you can then build a sanctuary outpost on. So that's how that works out. It is kind of unfortunate that I can't build, a city here. I want to live amongst the tentacles, but that's, that's kind of the point. This is a terrible, terrible, terrible place, and, well, that's how they represent it. So, that's how it be. In this combat, we have the Scourge of Spring, and we have the Umbral Mistress. Sorry it took me so long to show you Tentacle Mommy, but here she is. Look at her. She is incredible. She's also affected by Cosmic Overdrive. Holy crap. Are you guys affected by Cosmic? You sure are affected by Cosmic Overdrive. Well, well, well. Well, well, well. Okay, the additional range has been really fun, I will admit. But this whole 28 movement, it's killing me. 28 movement. Oh yeah, there's gonna be volcanoes. Oh, right. Huh. So that's what that looks like. This little one hex thing. It's kind of hard to see in the gloom, but that's alright. We can see. I spy with my little eyes. What do I spy? A lightning storm. I don't mind getting wet. Do you mind getting wet? I think they do. I think they just do. I also think we're all good to go. I think everyone's ready, able to hide in their little corridors. All grouped up and ready to fight. Because the lightning storm is an enchantment, I was actually able to cast another spell if I wanted to, but I didn't. I don't care. I'm just here to show you an Umbral Tyrant go boo-boo. See? This thing. Oh, that wasn't smart. That was my Will Thief, so I don't know, maybe it was smart. Alrighty. It's time for violence. Why choose violence? Because violence is always the answer. When I can click on stuff. Which is now. Okay. So the way this works is like so. How do I aim this? I feel like I'd be better off just fighting with you. Wow, you are durable. 150 hit points, not bad. Not shabby. I want nothing more than for Smaug to run in there. I assure you. Ooh, I'm not even gonna lash, I'm just gonna smack him. I need to show you how the Umbral Mistress works. In order to do that, I'm gonna have to smack him. Oh. Thanks, Smaug. Okie dokie. The Umbral Mistress. Who shall the Umbral Mistress? Unfortunately, kind of compact. I did make a weapon. So, for Bane Pain, it's inappropriate, I made the new Mage Lock. The reason why it's new is it is now a 1 AP action instead of a 3 AP action. But it has really bad accuracy. It has baseline of 60% accuracy. However, we have this take aim button, which consumes all of your AP and reduces it down to 1, but gives you plus 80 accuracy. So, if I don't move, and I press this button, look at that. I now have loads of accuracy. I made it a fire weapon because I was like, oh yeah, we're going to be fighting lots of Umbral demons. They're weak to fire. And then I just realized I'm making them wet though, which is making them resistant to fire. That's okay. I guess I'm not going to Umbral Mistress this turn. I could Umbral Mistress the thing, but why would I do that? This guy. Can I just kill him? I think I could. I think I could. So many spells to cast, and so little time. And there are the Splitterlings. So if you go here... Haha! There we go. Smaug, if I asked you not to do something silly, could you promise me that you wouldn't? Ooh, that is a good breath. That is such a dead Wolfie. But I'd rather him die in service of saving Smaug from spears than anything else. Also, the Umbral, this guy, is a, shall I try it? 52%. Oh, nailed it. So this is the Umbral Tyrant. There is no way to acquire an Umbral Tyrant, as of yet. It'd be nice to get one, because they're pretty funny. They deal a lot of damage per friendly unit with Tyrant's Mark, which is his thing right here, which you can grant to a friendly unit at the end of combat, once per turn, I think. And then Tyrant's Assault. Target a friendly unit with Tyrant's Mark. Adjacent enemies sustain damage and spread Umbral Taint around it. Wow, he's pretty spooky. So the fact that I enchained him is pretty insane. As a tier 5 mythic unit, he can't break or anything, but I can still, you know, do some stuff like, I don't know. I can actually make him insane. Oh no, he has... Okay. I made an Umbral Tyrant insane. I'm pretty sure he has mind control immunity, so I was a little surprised at that. It's okay. Oh, I could have overcharged and then done another spell with the Spellweaver. Well, we'll try for kill. We whiffed, but we tried. That's what counts. I can go here, protect the Spellweaver, and lash to the hero. What does this do? I don't remember. Umbral Drain. The unit I lash to sustains 10 frost damage, loses a positive status effect, and the linked unit heals 10 HP and steals a positive status effect. Well, that sounds fun. That sounds fun for everyone involved. One shot, one kill. Want to see me do it again? Okay. So, how bad is this going to be? Ooh, okay. Dominate the spear to attack my boy. I don't like that. I totally just did Will Thief. He died in service to Smaug, the Terrible. A death I'm not disappointed by. This one's fine, though. Cool. Oh, yeah, because we have Curse Eater, we eat wet away, don't we? That's funny. Okay. I didn't notice him do anything. Did he just not take a turn? I'm just going to teleport if you don't mind. Boom. Hail swept. Now I need a new target. There you go, unchain you. So basically that's the Mistress's gameplay loop. She looks for targets to enchain, she smacks the crap out of them, and then, you know, life is good. Kaboom. Yeah. So remember when I said the Evoker is probably going to be good at higher levels? I feel like I was right. I feel quite vindicated right now. A little regretful that I killed my enchained target, but, hey. Does anyone have any AoEs? Yours is off cooldown. You don't have one. Oh, wait, I have one. It's called Chain Lightning. Duh. So I'll take aim. I like the way the new Mage Lock works. I mean, it helps that it also deals 74 damage per click, but... Besides that, I like the way the new Mage Lock works. I don't know if this curse is actually going to do anything, but it's free, so I'm going to throw it out there. The Direcaster is healing. You're not undead, are you? Maybe he's just such a foul creature that it doesn't matter. He's an Umbral Demon. He's an undead. He is all the above. That is how foul and evil he truly... He exploded. Who's left? You. I'm impressed. You're the final unit. Everyone else is dead. Alright, there we go. We have claimed our victory. I lost a Will Thief and a Legend Arcane Guard. Oof, that feels extra bad. But when you destroy them, you get Imperium, and we got a decent amount of it. And of course, the Sanctuary Outposts. From there, we can get 60 knowledge. Ooh, straight up 60 knowledge. That'd be so strong earlier in the game, but you know. I'm kind of just sitting in my base spamming this. For reasons, you know? The sunstruck eruptions have concluded. You notice that the days become cooler again as the sun finally abates its encroachment on your world. The flaming chaos withdraws as the sun reclaims its usual position in the cosmos. Its warmth is once again comforting instead of scorching. Yet the devastation that the sun caused leaves a smoldering mark on your lands. Will you invest in the restoration of your lands, or do you suffer the desolation to gain other boons. I can call volcanic corruptions. For 3 turns at the start of your turn, a marker is placed near an enemy. Then after 3 turns, the ground will erupt. Ah! Each ashland provides Imperium. Wow. That's pretty good. So far, I've liked the conclusions for these horrific events. Also, Erasmus is attacking me again. Mom! Erasmus is attacking me again. Look at this beautiful stack. And with another, the second Umbral dwelling destroyed, only one remains. It is time to finish the fight. With my meme-tastic stack of 5 Scourge of Springs on Blinty Boy. Erasmus knows what's coming. The danger he faces is anything greater than he has ever faced before. And as promised, I'm going to drop an Umbral Incursion on him. I'm going to find the Spelljammer, and then I'm going to drop an Umbral Incursion on top of it. But the Springvine Evocation, each of the seasonal Scourges has their own assault, and they all do 5 fortification damage, but they each do something different. For the Spring, every 2 turns in combat, a random ally is healed by the Healing Root spell, which is 10 hit points and 2 regeneration. I don't think it's the best one out there, just like raw efficiencies, but every little bit helps. Oh yeah, I have that, don't I? Sure. 5 turns until the end. Also, Errata spawned right next to this Umbral Dwelling. It's unfair. I object. I would have loved to have spawned here. But that's okay. I have located the Spelljammer. It's in the corner. So now I'm going to drop an Umbral Incursion on his face. And hope for the best. It's over there. Now, if you have the Call of Chaos, you can, of course, use this and then destroy the Umbral Nest and then get a free Will Thief. Good fun. Of course, I don't particularly care to destroy it. I just thought it was funny to drop an Umbral Incursion on his face. Really had no other plans. Where is the Paul of the thing? You know, that thing. How would you like some Gloom, Erasmus? The Gloom is very useful for just eating away at your opponents. They don't know how to deal with it. And it's hilarious. I'm looking for, the Mass Phantasmal Ritual. Honestly, I probably should get these guys out of here so they don't come down and attack me. Oh, there's a parade. Oh, there's not. Have some thralls. No parade. Oh, that instantly evolved. Okay, cool. And we wait. I'm not going to keep dropping these on top of them. What are you talking about? Why would I do that? I don't think the status resistance stacks. No. No? No. It would be funny if it did, but I don't think it does. I broke the Spelljammer. There is no hope for Erasmus. He has resigned to his fate. Oh, you're doing stuff. And now, we march with the meme-tastic army. You know the rules. If it's a capital city fight... if it's a capital city fight or a... Oh, I love the Toll of Seasons. If it's a capital city fight or a fight with the leader of a faction, I have to do them manually. I'm sorry. Does that have 5 next to it? Are you telling me I'm about to press right-click on something and gain 5 stacks of strengthened? Is that what I'm understanding here? Because if so, I'm into it. Let's find out. Let's see. I think they've lined up well for me. Aha! Yes. Yes, that is what that's telling me. Fair and balanced. Now, the Stormcaller also received a little bit of a nerf, but she's still pretty good. See? Pretty good. Pretty good. Okay. Well, everyone, it has been a pleasure, a joy. Embrace the YOLO. Oh, this was fun. The start was not fun. Okay. Fun isn't the word. The start was chaotic. And it was my fault for not aggressively expanding. I think if you're going to play on a map like this, you got to go big, you know? Like that I now have a 100% chance to slaughter that. You have to go straight in on a small map like this. Did I say big map? This is a tiny map. This is as small as it gets. Actually, it's probably not true. I think if you go small undergrounds... Oh, hey, the Devastator Sphere moves farther. Nice! Tiny undergrounds. And 2 players is probably smaller. Probably. That makes sense to me. Boy, I sure do having movement speed. I sure do enjoy that. Okay. Well, this was fun. We got it together in the end. You knew that I would. It was inevitable. Who would like this kill? Can I enchain? Do you think I can enchain the golem? I can try. Now, surrender. All right. That was that, my friends. All in all, aside from my questionable gameplay at times, I think it was good fun. The new Mystic Culture is really fun. I really like Potential. I didn't use their exploitation too much, but it was very handy in keeping me afloat when matters were desperate. And I got quite a lot of Imperium from it, so... A victor stands proudly upon the remains of their enemies. You subjugated this world through force, as the empires of the past did before you. When the dust settles, you will discover whether your cause was just, or if you merely fanned the flames of entropy. Yeah, look at this. I struggled. But hey, turn 81. I pulled it back. And I put an end to both of them. The Gloom really helped. I think that if you're... I just use the Gloom. The Gloom is good. This map layout actually was really good as well. I liked it a lot. I should have just built a second city like Starspire did. Like, just gone down here, build the second city, go up, and then start expanding that way instead of putting an outpost here and stealing his wonder and trying to build over here, which is like 3 tiles away from his capital. That was silly. That was foolish. But in the end, it's all coming up pink and Blint. And the heart of Magehaven belongs to him. He has proven worthy of his ascension, more so than any other ruler yet, and we shall accept it. I'm sorry, does that say allow you to cast an additional spell each turn? Huh. Yeah, that's pretty good. And with his victory, I think it's only fair, team, that we get the new origin things. The Umbral Slayer. The Umbral Sword and Shield. Now, the Umbral Sword's pretty basic, but we get pull. Oh, you can yoink! Oh my. That's pretty good. Yoink on a sword and board. The Demon Slayer bow has Umbral Demon Slayer. Does bonus damage to Umbral stuff and to fiends. Ooh, that could be pretty good. Although here's the question. Is this attached to the bow or is this attached to you? Usually it's attached to you, and if so, that's incredible. The Umbral Direcaster Staff. Now, I wanted this to be a summon. It gives you Hysteria Storm, a 3 AP, 4 tile attack. Enemies in a 1 hex radius have a base 6% chance being displaced up to 3 hexes, inflicted with insanity for 1 turn. This is the Direcaster ability. Oh, yeah, okay, that's a good choice. And last, but not least, the Umbral Warrior's Great Axe gives you Umbral Wake. Oh. This is what the Umbral Juggernaut leaves in his path. So you probably don't want this if you are not Umbral disciples, would be my guess. And this unit in particular becomes immune to malady. Interesting. I wonder if you'd want to start with that. I don't think you would. But yoink, they're mine now. We're back to 100%. And that, my friends, is the first. How am I going to edit this? 5.5 hours. That was the campaign, The Siege of Magehaven. This was requested actually a few times. And I hope that, that was everything you wanted. Because in the end, it became everything I wanted. Thank you again to Paradox for sponsoring this video. If you'd like to look at the game, you can check out my link in the pinned comment and the description down below. I was basically asked to go have fun and do what my audience was like, and I believed in my heart of hearts that all of you would love to see a long-form campaign, even though there was some editing at the end, that was just Blint doing Blint things. And now the story takes one step forward. How do we progress from here? Not sure. This is unmodded, so you can see some of the characters got kind of stripped of their pretty stuff. But hey. Whoa, hold on. There we go. Days. So thank you all for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. Thank you to the patrons and the channel members who support the channel. I greatly appreciate you. If you'd like to stay up and have a channel, feel free to join the Discord description down below, and we will begin the full playthrough. I believe right now, Grand Empress Shakzir, the Ascendant of Fear, is winning for some Mindbreaker shenanigans. That'll begin in a few days, 3-ish days, however long I need to recover from this recording episode. But thank you all for watching. I greatly appreciate you. Join the Discord, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!